Welcome back to another episode. Happy Tuesday, guys. Thank you guys for being here. Welcome, my friend Rudy. Thank you for being here, guys.
Thanks for having me, man. Super exciting week. The start of the week, at least for us, right?
Yep. And welcome back for another Rudy Tuesdays. Because I feel like it's been a while. You've been MIA a little bit. I feel
No,
like
I came back last week too. Let's get it right.
did you? I don't
Yeah.
remember. I feel like
I wasn't gonna miss the final episode of the Acolyte. Remember?
I
We
feel
had
like
to watch
it's been.
that thing.
Oh, that's right. I do remember that. Guys, so we got a lot to talk about, as you may or may not know. We're going over all of the new announcements by Hot Toys. We have some news from Inart the King, and also we have some news that I want to go over very quickly. But let's say hello to you guys before we get started. Actually, today we're going to have more time. Yesterday, you guys know I was in a rush because I had to go to work. But I quit, and I'm here now, just like Rudy. So, so let's see who's in the house with us tonight. Thank you guys for being here as well. We got Uncarded in the house. Welcome, my friend.
How you doing?
It says, hello, fellow collectors and AI-generated deepfake political figures. Welcome, deepfake political figures. Unbelievable. Thank you for being here, my friend. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We have William in the house. Negative, I am a... Unbelievable. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for...
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
We have Cassandra on Instagram. Hello, Cassandra. Welcome. I'm actually watching the what do you call it? The IG stream as well. Because
Really?
some people do pop up and like I never say hello. So I'm gonna see if I can manage all of the locations I'm streaming on. We got Bo.
How you doing?
Good evening. Everyone be careful pointing. This guy, I'll tell you what he's talking about later, Rudy.
What did you do?
This guy, no, I didn't do anything. I didn't do anything at all. We got Joker J in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Let's see who's in the house. We got Nefty in the house. Welcome, my
Nefty.
friend.
Hello.
I thought Nefty was gonna. Nefty, let me know if you're around. If you're not busy, we could have you on if you're interested. Fabulous ladies, typical influencer behavior. Unbelievable. Don't start. On Carter Reviews, he's getting a little Hollywood. Yeah, okay. I'm learning from Rudy, guys. So don't.
For me,
If I start changing, it's because Rudy has influenced me and he's brought me to the dark side. Okay. We got Luch in the house. Welcome, my friend.
How you doing?
He says, guys, make sure to tune in on Thursday, 8:30 peasant, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Pacific to watch a true veteran and 100% honest collector in the community. Yes, guys, don't forget, I already have the show up. It's up and ready. Thursday, 8:30 p.m. San Diego Comic-Con 2024. So be here. Don't be weird. We got Carlos in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Charlie, my friend, Charlie Brigante. How you doing?
Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. What the hell? I thought he said we were going to meet up at Ruby Tuesday for dinner. Imagine. Oh, my God. We got Figment in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello.
Thank you for being here. Oh, my God. God, actually, this is... I feel like this would be... No, this is a perfect spot for that video right now,
Right.
okay? And so I wasn't going to play this now because we're going to get into it. But because of you, Figman, I'm doing it. I'm doing it because it's perfect right now. So I hope you guys enjoy this clip.
Why, you little... I touch you! Yo!
Oh, it's all just an act.
Stop! Stop! He's already dead.
Oh,
He's
man.
already dead. Unbelievable. That is
Oh,
a great clip. He
It's
said
so
he's
appropriate.
already dead.
Oh, man.
Hot Toys killing everybody.
Oh,
Gone.
Jesus.
Everybody's gone. Oh my god, I love that clip. I'll play it again later on. Once we get to
That's a great clip, man.
I know, once
That's
we get
very
to the,
relevant.
once we get to the peasants. Let's see who else is in the house with us before we get started. Thank you guys for being here. Guys, don't forget to hit that like button. Also, there's 26 of you guys in here already. Thank you guys for being here. We got the Thor in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Hello!
We got Paul in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Let's see who else. Let's see who else is in here. We got Albert in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Hey, who else is in here? We got the Rudy chant. Rudy. We got Ram in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello!
Thank you for being here. As always, thank you guys for being here as well. We got Nathan in the house. How are you, my friend?
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
Let's see. We got Gilbert in the house. Welcome. It says 2:37 sleeping time. Oh, go to sleep, my friend. Thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it.
How you doing?
Let's see. We got Chris in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello!
Yeah, Gilbert, go to sleep if it's late. If it's late for you. Thank you. I appreciate you stopping by, though. Let's see. We got Cassandra. I just said hello to you on Instagram. Welcome. Thank you for stopping by, as always. And thank you for saying hello on Instagram as well. Look at you. Let's see who else is in the house. I think that's it, guys. We got Chadwick, Mr. Black Panther, in the house. Welcome. He says, Hot Toys emptied their whole magazine on the so-called competition. Oh, my God. It's crazy, right? It's insane.
I'm doing!
Thank you for being here, my friend.
You woke me up. You were the one that had my phone
Oh, yeah.
buzzing in the morning. You're like, wake up, peasant.
I said, wake up. Oh, man. Matt Planet in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
All right, guys. So it looks like we're getting started. Yep, that's everybody. So, guys, first and foremost, I want to get started with something a little different. We're usually talking about, whether it's the figures or the drama, but something very special to me, right, happened today. On behalf of Kit Chen, and I want to show you guys what it was that happened. Again, it's special to me. I don't expect you guys to care for it much, but I have Nefty. Welcome.
Nefty! Perfect timing.
How's everyone doing?
I think I would have to put Nefty on the payroll because it's here every day.
I know. He's always there.
I do nothing. I'm retired, guys. This is all I do now. Watch the news, work out.
So
Work
this
out.
is
Nefty, you're gonna have to help me out, man.
So this is the only reason why I am even bringing this up. Like I said, it's very special to me. It's nice to be appreciated. It's nice to be talked about in a positive way. It's nice to be recognized. It's nice to be acknowledged. Just period, right? Always in a positive way. So there was some drama regarding, Kit Chen. Something happened, which I'm not going to get into because it's none of my business. I was not involved, but whatever happened got me involved in a very positive way. So this is all I want to bring up and talk about. So I just wanted to bring up the fact that, as you can see, my name is right here, peasant status on Kit Chen's post, because obviously I've been supporting Kit. I've been a very, very loyal, good customer of Kit for many, many years. And it's very easy to have complaints about a company or a person, always look at things negatively, always be, around issues and stuff like that. But here he's actually acknowledging the fact that during a time, which was, he mentioned 2020, he was obviously everything was slow. COVID was going on, all that stuff. And during that time, he mentions, he was struggling. This is why he's, talking about the deposits, right, being a big deal, why they're important, blah, blah, blah. So he brings me up just to mention my name and the fact that, like you said, I was very supportive of him. I've never given him a hard time about anything. Figures have come broken. Figures have come damaged. I never give him a hard. Obviously, they always get fixed, but I'm not, being aggressive with him or what's the problem with this? Why is this broke? You know what I mean? Like, you have to a certain extent, you have to know how to deal with people. The problem with him now is, if you guys notice the change of attitude with him, and you may see him, you may see it like he doesn't care, or he's just a bad person, or just angry, or that comes from so many years of dealing with peasants. That comes from so many years of dealing with scumbags. That comes from so many years of dealing with people trying to scam him, trying to steal from him, trying to take advantage of him. Right? You guys don't understand that. You guys would never understand that. And the people who trade a lot or who sell a lot in the community are the ones who deal with this more than any other person that's just collecting and strictly buying from locations. So you guys don't understand what he deals with. There's a lot of scum in the community, a lot of it. People who are always looking to take advantage of somebody, whether it's a business or whether it's a person, period. It's that simple. You guys see how many people get scammed 24/7. So that's why it's special to me, and it's important to me when things like this happen. Again, I never expected this. This was 2020. This was 4 years ago. Oh, we're going up to 5 years now. So again, I just live my life how I live my life, doing the right thing by people, always having my integrity, always being loyal. And this is how if God forbid I died tonight, this is how I want to be remembered, because I don't see anybody else, or anybody remembering me any other way. Somebody who knows who I am as a person, somebody who has dealt with me for a long time, will know the type of person that I am, and it's just that simple. So I appreciate you, Kit. I obviously, I've been a customer of yours forever, and so thank you for the comments. A lot of people, as you guys know, are in his group. A lot of people will read that. Obviously, a lot of people will not know who the hell I am and who that the two people are. But it's special to me. That's why I said it's special to me. I don't expect, any recognition or anything, like that from this post at all, because it doesn't really matter. But all this means to me is that in Kit's head, in Kit's mind, and in Kit's life, I'm somebody that he will remember for a very long time. Clearly, it's been 4 years, and he's still bringing me up. Out of how many people does he deal with on a daily basis? How many people has he dealt with over the years? And look, there are only 2 names on here. So again, that's all I wanted to bring up. Just again, very, very special to me. And it means a lot, again, just to see how people view me in the community. Again, I don't expect anybody to feel the same way. I know, I'm not for everybody, and that's okay. But somebody who I've dealt with for years on a one-on-one basis for a very, very long time. Business. Remember, this is business. This is not a friendship. This was strictly business. It developed into a friendship. Because remember, we start dealing with Kit. How? Buying from him first and foremost. And then once the messages start, then you become friendly with the person. So that's all I wanted to say. So thank you guys for listening, peasants. So Nefty, how are you? Welcome.
Good. It can't be easy. The setup that Kachin, Six Kid has, because dealing, he deals with multi-nations, right? He deals with Europe, he deals with the United States.
That's my point.
And anyone that has any type of job that you deal with the public, with customers, you're not going to service. Any type of service, you're not going to make everybody happy, and sometimes there's going to be some issues. But at the end, if we can come through and do right by the customer, is key. But it's a Megillah. It's a headache dealing with customers day in, day out, especially at his level of various nations and all pitfalls that with shipping and all that. But and grateful that we have someone in this community that can do that.
And that, you know, and his customer service is, you know, to me the best, right? You could message him immediately. He'll respond very, very quickly, usually. Again,
and I'm sure you take a poll. Somebody's had some issues with it, but you know, Amazon, Apple,
exactly. No, but that was the thing. He every issue that I've had with any product coming from him, and it was damaged, or it was broken, or it was anything, he has always taken care of it, and he has never given me the runaround. He has never said to me, "Oh, you gotta wait," or "You gotta." Never. It's, "Hey, kid, this happened. All right, I'll get it. You know, I'll get you a new one, or I'll get you a replacement, or whatever the situation is." It's never, "Oh, I gotta chase this guy. He never responds." Never, ever, ever. I also mentioned his attitude. A lot of people, you know, don't like him now because of his attitude. I see it. I've seen his posts. I see they come out very angry. I've seen them. Yeah, again, you guys will not understand, and you'll take it. "Oh, look at that asshole." But you guys don't understand. No, that's how people take it. That's how people take it, and they don't understand that it's not him. It's everybody else's, you know, issues brought onto him. And I don't mean, you know, people saying, "Hey, kid, fix my stuff. Hey, kid." I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about the people trying to scam him, people always trying to take advantage, because, again, there are tons of those in the community. Bob says, "Tell your BFF to send me a detonator." This guy,
detonators are nice, man.
We could use a new promo code while you're at it. That promo code is $10, and I think it expires either 2024, I think at the end of 2024 or 2025. And I don't know if he's renewing it or not, so I got to find out. But I don't even think anybody uses it really anymore. Because, again, once you use it once, that's it. You know what I mean? Let's see what you guys are saying. Kit's the best. Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%. I know I got scammed. It sucks. No, people get scammed all the time. Loco Lou, welcome, my friend. Long time, this guy, unbelievable.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Welcome, my friend. Nice to see you. Maybe you'll get later, Batman. I would never.
Oh,
I would never. Tuli, welcome, my friend.
Hello.
Guys, don't forget to hit that like button, please, if you haven't yet. He messaged me privately and apologized for forgetting to write my name. Oh my God. I'm out and about eating Colombia. Oh, look at you. Nice. What are you having? Bandeja paisa? Let me know.
Ave Maria, pues.
Yeah, he's having bandeja paisa con chorizo, arroz, frijoles, arepa, carne molida.
Oh, don't make me hungry. Don't get me hungry. That's like, come on, stop it.
And pupusas on the side. Let's see who else is here. We got Bo. We got action in the box. Welcome, my friend.
Hello.
Welcome. Let's see. Let me see who else. Yeah, guys, hit that like button if you haven't yet, please. I appreciate you guys for being here. We got Luis in the house. Welcome, my friend.
How you doing?
Thank you for being here. All right, guys. Yes, guys, hit that like button. So let's get right into it, guys. So remember, yesterday we got into it. I got into it. It was Nefty and I together. I was in a rush. I had to go to work. So we only went over these things in an hour. We have plenty of time tonight, and we're going to take our time going through everything. There's a few things that I wanted to talk about that I missed because of the fact that I was in a rush. So we're going to get into everything tonight. We got Caleb in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
We got Derek in the house. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Hello.
What up, collectors? Fab going to buy them all. This guy. Unbelievable. All right, so let's go, guys. So first and foremost, we have the Iron Man Mark 42 2.0. Okay, so we're going to start right off because, like I said, I went through a lot of it myself yesterday with Nefty. So I'm going to start with you, Rudy. Tell us everything about the figure. Tell us how you feel about the figure, how you think it looks aesthetically, how you like the battle damaging options. Remember, this is the exclusive, deluxe exclusive chest plate. But overall, tell us how you feel about it. And also, I don't know if you have the original one, but tell us how you see the differences because we're going to show you the picture.
So let me start with that because it's funny. I wasn't an Iron Man completist, right? I'd pick up the suits that I wanted. And for Iron Man 3, for some reason, I passed on that original one. And that was what the original one was, the second diecast that we got after
What was the first one? Because I always thought that was the first.
It was the Iron Patriot, from the same movie.
Oh, the blue, red,
Rhodey.
yes, the roadie. Because then after that, they made the what was that? What was the one with the fire flames? Hot Rod. Hot Rod was also diecast. Yes,
right. It was Iron Patriot, and then it was this one. And I remember for some reason, being the peasant collector that I am, I looked at this and I said, you know what, I don't need it. And now that I've been,
that's usually what peasants do. I don't need this.
So I've been. It's funny because leading up to this, I've always been on all the buy sell trade groups. I've been on eBay just seeing if I could spot one because I'm like, it's missing from the collection, right? So I was gonna pick them up, and I know that they have the loose joints, right? Everybody always says the legs get a little loose on those.
That was the one. So, I remember one that I remember that figure coming with an issue. I never had that issue, but it did have an issue. What was the issue? Because I don't remember the issue.
People complained that the legs were a little bit loose, so you needed the stand to get him to
loose in what way?
The joints were loose. So
meaning what? Like it would split open like this, or meaning what?
Or just it wouldn't. It couldn't stand up. Exactly. Thank you, Nefty.
Oh yeah, no, mine's perfect. That's why I was wondering. I remember that there was an issue. I just remember what it was.
Right.
But go ahead.
But for me, so I've been looking for one because I'm like I need it. And then when you woke me up that morning with the texting, I was like, oh crap, it's out. I thought they were going to stick to the original 7 with the 2.0s and all the ones they were doing. So when I woke up to this, I'll tell you right now, this is a gorgeous looking Iron Man suit. And I'm glad I didn't buy the 197, the MMS, and I waited, and I got lucky. Not waited. I just got lucky that they decided to do a 2.0 because this looks incredible. The proportions are awesome. The unmasked sculpt is one of the best Tony Stark sculpts we've had. Yep. And I'm almost looking at these suits, and you keep thinking, right? Iron Man is a cash cow for Hot Toys. How are they going to keep on milking the license? And then they give you something that looks this good.
Yeah,
it's like, of course they're gonna keep on doing this.
And one thing I wanted to bring up, and I posted this in the group as well, which I didn't mention yesterday. Do not sleep on the reuse of this suit. Okay, remember this is a brand new suit, newly updated, made a 2.0. What does that mean? It means we're going to get a repaint. It means we're going to get some type of variant from this suit, whether it's going to be a 100% clean version, whether it's going to be some type of chromed out version. But you better believe that this suit is going to be reused, repainted one way or another. We may get something obviously with no head sculpt, but we're going to get obviously the helmet, and that's how they're going to reuse it. Obviously, this is from a movie MMS, right? Movie Masterpiece Series character and figure. But when it comes to reissues and not reissues, repaints and reuses, they could easily just name it, a Hot Toys exclusive or whatever else they feel like naming it that makes sense. And there's your other figure. So remember that. You heard it here first. They're reusing this Mark 42 one way or another because they're not just going to make it for one use and then scrap the molds and everything else. As you're seeing already, they're reusing everything twice. We got the Mark 3 2.0. Now we got that Mark 3 fancy Coca-Cola one repainted. They're not going to keep making new bodies and only use them one time and then garbage. Never going to happen. Believe me when I tell you. They have to get at least 2 to 3 uses per brand new thing. Again, depending on what it is. If it's a body, that's a different story because remember, a lot of bodies usually tend to come under clothing. So if they're changing bodies, we're only going to notice that when it comes to the articulation, or unless they mention that it's a 2.0, which we're going to see with our eyes that it's bigger, wider, thicker, taller, all that stuff. Right?
They'll just do padding or something on the bodies.
Correct. To make them meatier, to make them thicker. Absolutely. Same thing that they did for those who have the original Daredevil and the She-Hulk Daredevil, you notice that they're very, very close in size. But if you notice what the differences are, you notice that the She-Hulk Daredevil's arms look padded now. They look fatter, they look fluffier and puffier, right? If you look at the Daredevil from the Daredevil
TV show,
right, from the Daredevil show, you'll notice that it looks very close, but the arm doesn't have that padding in it. It looks a lot not a lot thinner, but thinner than that Daredevil one. So they've been doing it. Again, it could be the same exact body, but to give it that fuller look, they put a fat suit on it.
Right.
Nefty, what are your favorite things about this new head sculpt?
Well, I like the weathering. I like how it looks. I actually like what you did yesterday. That you brought up the older version, which I didn't have, and you went over how the coloring, the scuffings, and obviously the height difference, and even the level of body battle damage that this has. That it has a deep body damage, and without the head sculpt is definitely a look I'm gonna go for, and I'm sold on it. I don't have the original, obviously, but the questions is do we see a Mark 43 coming up next? And if the answer is a yes, does that mean another Hulkbuster? Because if you have the 43, is it gonna fit in it would have to be a new Hulkbuster.
Correct.
It can't be a whole.
Correct. So the Hulkbuster, I doubt anytime soon. I'm not saying it's not coming, because that's not what I mean at all. It may take a while since they just came out with 2 back to back so
Right.
quickly, even though it's been years already, right? It's still potential. Nobody's saying no. I'm not telling you no, but I think it'll be more.
So you'll say
be more.
43 will come out?
Well, it'll be more noticeable if the Hulkbuster's coming out when the 43 comes out. So the moment you see the 43, then you're like, oh man, now there's a possibility. And remember, I don't remember exactly. I know that the differences in paint application of the 42 and the 43 are inverted. So when you see gold, you see red, and when you see red, you see gold.
Right.
So that's kind of like what they're going to change. So this is exactly my point. So if there aren't many different changes from this 42 to the 43 regarding the actual armor, the actual suit, the actual, pieces, molds that they made, and it only requires a repaint, you better believe that 43 is right around the corner. Because it's only a repaint. So that's what I mean. They're going to keep reusing the bodies until whenever, they feel like, all right, we don't need this body anymore because we got out of it, not only the money, but whatever figures we needed to get out of this specific body. What'd you say?
And we said yesterday, this is not part of the queue, right? This is going to be a regular. And based on what I see on Sideshow, they have a Monday, July 29th posting for this to go on their website. That is for Sideshow.
Right. So that was another thing that happened. So now that we got all of the RSVPs, right? All the notifications, we finally know when these items, all of the pre-order, all of the announcements are going to go up for pre-order. Nefty, you said this one was the date when?
I have everyone except for Scorch. I wasn't able to get a date for him. I saw that in our private channel, they threw a date on it, but I don't want to say that date because I don't know where the source is coming from.
But what's the date? Because I have a feeling I know the date.
In our channel, they said the 30th.
Yeah, so that sounds about right. That sounds about right because they're some are like the 27th, the 28th, the 29th, the 30th, the 31st, July 1st. I mean August 1st. So they are. That makes sense.
They have Vader for the 26th. That's the first one on a Friday.
Right.
Then Grievous, Iron Man, and the Black Widow on the 29th on Monday, and then Spider-Man the 31st, and the Joker August 1st.
Right.
And before August 1st, obviously, Scorch the 30th.
Right. We got Harold in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Now, what I didn't denote is which is going to be a queue and which is going to be posted. And
don't forget, Nefty, actually on Friday, July 26th, the Joker Batman imposter version is going up as well.
You know what? I couldn't get dates on that on those.
That one that's published. So I guess it's going to be a 2Q day. It's going to be the Black Widow.
Okay.
And this Joker Batman imposter is going to go up that same day.
On the 26th.
The 26th. Yeah.
All right. So I add that to my list.
Oh wait, sorry. The 26th. There was another one. I think you said which one? The Darth Vader. Vader. So it's going to be Joker and Vader.
Joker and Vader on the 26th. Okay.
Local Lou makes a good point. He says, I want a USB Hulkbuster. So,
that would be nice.
So if they do,
that'd be great.
If they redo the Hulkbuster, you better believe that it's going to be USB 100%. Not only that, but that thing is going to be even bigger because remember that the 43 has to fit in it. And if they do a 43 2.0, correct. If they do a 43 2.0, that Hulkbuster is going to be that much bigger to fit.
There's
that.
No way that's fitting in a Magic case.
If they decide to go that route, they can still make a bigger Hulkbuster without having that feature of including the Mark 43 to go in it. They could just give you, another plastic insert like they did the first time and call it a day, right? They don't really have to give you that option. Can they? Of course. But I think it'll just make it that much more difficult for them to make the figure, and it's just going to be that much bigger. And again, if it's going to be a 2.0, it has to be that much bigger anyway.
Right.
But they have to figure out a way to put the diecast figure in there that's that much bigger without having it get stuck, having it be a problem going in. So I think they may even avoid all that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because look at what they did with the Batmobile. They redid the Batmobile. What happened to the shell, right? To the cover
They
shell.
just got rid of it. Yeah.
They just didn't include it. Why? They just felt it wasn't necessary. We don't want to bother printing it anymore. It's not something that we feel like doing again. So that's my point. They could just say, let's make the figure 2.0. We don't need to have the figure go in there. We'll give them that little insert, that statue piece that goes inside, USB, and there you go. So that is a huge possibility, Loco Lou, and I can guarantee you that when it comes, it will be 100% USB powered.
Speaking of Hulkbuster, you imagine we have armorized Punisher, armorized Deadpool. Can you imagine armorized Hulk? Whoa! How big that figure could be!
That'd be a beautiful figure. That'd be a beautiful figure. That'll be like a gladiator Hulk.
Like
It'll be like a gladiator Hulk.
Nefty, you're using your Jazz Inc. money on all this stuff. I swear.
I'm
but look how beautiful this thing looks, though. With
well, he's sleeping right now.
Now, Rudy,
look at battle damage, though. I was
gonna say, which of these three looks is your favorite, and how are you displaying it?
I think the third one, man.
The third
one. The really with the exposed sleeve and
that is so sexy. Yep.
That looks amazing.
And I want to tell you why.
With no helmet, just like that.
Just like this. Just like
why? That, yeah.
I'm going to tell you why. Every single Iron Man figure we've ever gotten has the two shoulder pads. Every single one.
Yep.
This one is like the Vader. We just got half of a, you know what I mean? Like half of a face.
It's exposed.
Right. So this is a completely different look we've never gotten.
It's very unique. It's unique.
Very unique. And again,
stand out. Yep.
That head sculpt brings it all together very, very nicely. That head sculpt is so impressive. Beautiful. Nefty, how many of these are you getting? One or three?
I'm going with two.
Are you really?
Yeah, because
just regular or deluxe?
Remember, I'm going for that because this is not part of the queue. So this one, I can buy one, wait a little, and get the second one. I want a clean look because I don't own an original one, and I want the third at the end battle damage look.
Well, here's where you need to know. So the first one that they did, right, the original 42 was clean. This is not clean, as you can see.
Well,
that's got a lot of weathering on it,
right?
Yeah.
But this is the clean look for this one.
No, I remember.
That's why I said don't sleep on the repaint of a clean version because this is way too battle damage to be clean. You know what I mean? So that's what I mean. So I like this look because again I have a clean one and I have the Pepper Potts head on one. So I have a battle damage, I have a clean one, and I just need this badass one. I don't care if it's taller, I don't care if it's bigger. It's gonna look incredible.
The Pepper one was a Rudy special, right? Third party?
No. Hot Toys did the Pepper Potts.
No, this is a third Rudy special.
Third party, the Pepper Potts third party helmeted head.
Oh, the helmeted head.
Yeah,
okay,
I'm talking about the helmeted head because that's the only one I put on the 42. You're talking about the Pepper Potts figure that they made single and with the
and it came with the other armor
with the Mark 10 or Mark 9 or whatever it was. Right. Yeah, no, that's something different. But no, the Pepper Potts head sculpt, I put on the clean version of the original, and then I have Tony Stark's head sculpt on the battle damage, with the battle damage paneling. Because again, beautiful, gorgeous figures. They look kind of funky now compared to the 2.0, but still beautiful. Look at this. So one thing they try to,
man.
Yeah, no, one thing they try to do here as well for those who know or may not know, this is this is kind of like the quarter scale base for this exact figure. So they give you the same style of base with the arc reactor on it like they did the quarter scale. Is it necessary? Is it cool? I don't know. I don't really care for it at all, to be honest. It's light up as it should be because it's going to be the whole thing is going to be expensive as hell. I can guarantee you this whole thing is going to be 400 plus at least.
Yeah.
So look at that. I don't know if this is magnetic or not, but this holding the helmet like that,
looks badass. Yeah.
I hope it's magnetic, but
It
it
is.
could also be blue tack. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So who knows? But if that's magnetic, that is beautiful. Because that I would leave it just like that. But obviously, if it's magnetic, it won't work with the bare hand. If you have them
With the
like
exposed
this.
arm, right? Like that.
Correct. If you have them like
Look at how
this,
good that looks, though.
if you have them like this, it's not going to work if it's magnetic because I'm assuming there's a magnet in the glove. See, how is he going to grab the glove with that? It won't work. So we got to wait and see. But look at that, how sexy.
You know what's interesting when I saw this too with the sculpt, because just like you said, they're going to reuse the armor. They also like to reuse sculpt sometimes.
Correct,
right?
and it'll give you a clean sculpt too. Yep.
Could you imagine? Because you remember we had the mech, not the mech test Tony, but the one from Iron Man 3, where he's got kind of the suit parts.
He's got the tank top. He was working on the Mark 6.
Or no, he's got no. It was a big set because it had the big base.
Oh,
and he's got the look with
you're talking about when he was working on the Mark.
On the Mark 42, right? Remember, because he couldn't sleep. Could you see Hot Toys doing a 2.0 of that one?
Absolutely.
Right? I mean, it's possible at this point. Anything is possible.
They'll use the head sculpt again. They'll use obviously a different body. The problem is, remember that figure came with this suit under it.
Yeah.
This suit under it, right? It was just this suit, and then you could detach magnetically from here the gauntlets, and then from the knees also the shin guards.
Right. And then remember this, Hot Toys actually did for once an accessory pack, which was the cart that had all these tools
all
and,
the
and magazine things
from that Mark 6 figure. Yep.
Right.
I remember that. I have that. I didn't get the kit, but I got the whole figure.
Right,
So now, what do you think this price is going to be? Give me your best guess.
$485.
You, Nefty?
$450.
Yeah, I say 430. I say 435. That's my price. And then we got the next guy that we're getting into because, like I said, we got a lot to talk about tonight, guys. Here we go. So now we got this beauty. We got the rooted Joker from the Joker movie by what the hell's his name?
Joaquin Phoenix.
So Nefty. So Rudy, this is something, as you know, was made by third-party companies multiple times, not just once, multiple times. Toys R Us was one of them, and I forget what the other company was, but there was another company that made him as well. It didn't look as good as the Toys R Us, but people still bought it. Right. Now, seeing how long it's been since the movie came out, okay? And seeing that now we're getting to the second one, same thing, kind of the same thing that happened with Venom. When the movie Venom came out, we had no figure in sight. Right. The Venom 2 was, I think, starting to be promoted or talks about it, blah, blah, blah. And then that's when we got the first Venom figure. So they went backwards a year. They waited a year after the film was out to announce the figure. How many years has it been since this Joker figure? More than one.
It was 2019, so 5 years almost. Right. Yeah, 5 years since that movie came out.
So what does this say to you that Hot Toys is going back 5 years for this film, right? That a lot of people were dying for Hot Toys to make this figure, and they just never did, right? Why? Who knows? They didn't have the money for the license. They didn't want to get into it, whatever it is. Here we are now. How do you feel about them going backwards that far for something like this? And where do you think it's going? Do you think they're heading to the Joker 2 with now Lady Gaga as well, and also do you think that they're going to do more variations of this Joker, meaning the clown with the lab coat, the other ones that were shown?
I think let me start by saying, and we're not even going to get into the in-art thing yet, but this is a flex by Hot Toys, right? I think this is the ultimate flex of all the releases today or on Monday. This was the don't count us out. We're going to be able to do whatever we want, essentially. We're going to go back. We can do it. So it's what you keep on saying and we keep on talking about is Hot Toys is you can never anticipate what they're going to do, right? They're always going to surprise you. And at this point, it almost feels like if they choose not to do a figure, it's just because they choose not to do it, right? But they're basically telling you, if we want to do it, we're going to make it. I also think they do want to probably capitalize on the hype, right? behind the Joker 2 coming out, right? We saw the trailer come out this morning, which is really nicely coincided with this announcement. So there's already hype building for that sequel. Everybody pretty much loved that Joaquin Phoenix Joker movie. I thought it was definitely unexpected. So I think they're building up off of that hype, and I think there's a possibility. There's a huge demand for this character and this figure for people that passed on the third party, for people that don't have the money that InArt is charging, right? This is going to be a great option for
people who weren't around for the third party either. Remember,
right?
There's a lot. It was years ago, number one, and there's a lot of new blood in the community now too. So they probably, most likely missed out on it as well.
So I think it's just a total flex, and I think, look, it's funny. When InArt launched theirs, because we have to talk about InArt, right? They're the ones that launched theirs. The price point was a deal breaker for me. I just couldn't bring myself to spend.
What was it?
Even though I think it was for the 2-pack, right? It was like $1,400, and then for the 4-pack, I think Kit was charging like $2,300 to $2,400 all in. So it was an expensive set, and I just couldn't bring myself to do that. Even though you were getting 4 figures.
So now
it was just a lot.
Now, you bringing up the price point. Remember, I don't know if you remember this, but we're going to get into this real quickly because it's part of this specifically. Remember when InArt came out saying that WB had mandated and dictated that if they decided to make a single Joker, it was going to be $1,000. And as you can see, Hot Toys is making a single Joker, and I can guarantee you it's not going to be anywhere near $1,000. So what do you think of that coming from a company that you see a lot of YouTubers promoting, promoting very, very aggressively, promoting as if it's, the Hot Toys killer, it was called in the beginning. Right now, they're not even, doing anything. So how do you feel about that? And what would you tell the community regarding that specifically? Because remember, people only think this is great because they were told it was great, not because they've experienced anything from it. The people that have gotten, some of their product have complained more than not. Okay.
Right.
So
there've been a lot of QA/QC issues with everything.
Yep.
We've seen it, left and right. So, I think I'll tell you the first thing, because I messaged you this as soon as this dropped. The first thing I thought is John has some explaining to do. I think when he goes, whichever stream he shows up on next, I even if it is that, like you said, there are influencers that have been pushing InArt as the next great thing. I think it would be, I can't see them not asking the question, because every stream was, we're going to do the Joker. It's going to be at this price point. It's been mandated by the studio and by Joaquin Phoenix. And then Hot Toys comes out with a licensed version that looks pretty amazing, right? 2 versions, because you could even get the non-artisan, which is going to be cheaper, right? So you can get it So you can get a licensed Joaquin Phoenix Joker for what, the $300 range for that one. So look, you could argue maybe it's both companies negotiated a contract differently, right? And Hot Toys, just being in the game for so long, has better experience in negotiating this. Which is a testament to Hot Toys, period, right? That they have that ability to do that. Or it's, did we just get blatantly lied to, right? And I think that's where I think InArt's going to have to do some explaining on that, right? And maybe not go too much behind the curtain, but they're going to have to give people an explanation, because I see the questions popping up all over social media right now, all over the groups. What about the $1,000 price point mandate? That's what makes this so surprising. The fact that, one, we're getting the figure that everybody really wanted, the iconic look, and we're not being forced to buy other ones. And 2, you're getting 2 options to potentially get this for way less than the $1,400 price point that InArt was charging.
And now, how do you feel personally being on the stream of the only person in the community who called this from day one, and nobody else has said anything but me about this company? How does that make you feel? Like, do you feel accomplished? Do you feel like, man, I'm on the winning team? Like, how do you feel? Like, tell everybody how do you feel?
This is good, man. We're peasants for the right king.
This is good.
We're peasants for the right king. We're like,
That's why I tell you guys, Hot Toys is king, will always be king. Any other company that comes out of the woodwork and is shoved down your throat by any YouTuber, by anybody, stop it. Okay? Just stop it. Just stop it.
Right.
Bobby says they could do even more battle damage. Hulkbuster with a bruised banner. Well, that would be the 2.0, number one, that they made a power pose, right? So they can, if that would be amazing.
That would be great.
Absolutely. A 2.0 Hulkbuster, absolutely. I'd rather that than a 1.0 all over again. You know what I mean?
Or remember with the, was it with the 1.0 or it was the 2.0? They had that concept that came out where you could see the Green Hulk bursting out of the
well, that was the 2.0 also, and that was a custom that they made, and that was beautiful.
Well, that was when Marvel doing the Marvel stuff starts teasing you with all these fake images,
right?
And they teased that, and everybody thought, oh, he's gonna turn into the Hulk and burst out of the suit. And of course, it never happened.
Yep, exactly. They put that CGI in the commercial. Caleb says, I hear a lot of feelings, a lot of hurt feelings over this Joker. Does anyone think there will be hurt feelings over Catwoman 92?
Yeah,
let me what did I tell you, Fabs?
Well, no, this is why
you said it too.
This is why I tell you guys. This is why I tell you guys. The moment you guys think that Hot Toys can't destroy anybody at will is insane. The moment anybody thinks that if Hot Toys decides, hey, that's a good idea over there. Same thing that they did with InArt. InArt came out with the rooting. Here we are buying rooting from Hot Toys. InArt who? InArt who? They stole the InArt rooting. They stole Viper's overseeing. Okay? They stole it. So here we are now dealing with what InArt brought into the community. We're buying it from Hot Toys. Okay? So what can they possibly do? Meaning InArt, what can they possibly do that Hot Toys will not do better? Let's go to Jazz Inc. Let's go to Jazz Inc.
Whoa. Rudy, let me the vest. Give me the bulletproof vest. Go ahead, go.
There you go.
Oh, wait. You just reminded me. Wait, hold on.
Oh, no, here we go.
The following program is rated TV MAL. It contains strong language and is intended only for mature audiences.
Let's go.
All right. Just wanted to make sure you guys have been warned because I don't want crybabies in the house.
Hold on. I got it right here. Fast.
Oh, no.
Let's go.
That's what I mean, right? So at any moment, right? Jazz Inc. is not even a figure company. Okay, they don't make figures. They made one figure, and that was just to show off their wing skills, not to show you figure articulation, not to show you anything like that. It was just a very basic standard figure that what made that figure was the attachment piece of the wings, period. Right. Yeah, it was light up helmet. Yeah, it was leather, but you can't do much with that figure anyway. So that's what it is, right? So Jazz Inc. is not a figure company. You're going to tell me that seeing all of this hype around this Catwoman, you're going to tell me that Hot Toys decides to make this Catwoman, and who's going to say no?
Right.
Who's going to say, oh, no, they won't? Who's going to say, oh, no, they can't? If they get that license, bye-bye Jazz Inc.
Well, because they have the license,
nobody is looking that, huh?
Just remember, they have the license, right? Because clearly WB's given the license to everybody.
They have Batman Returns, right? But remember, Jazz Inc. has the hookup with Michelle Pfeiffer, right? So he got permission directly, apparently. I don't know if it's true, but it sounds like they're homies. So the fact that he got permission from, apparently for the likeness from her directly, apparently, I don't know. You're going to tell me that what? Hot Toys is not going to be able to get that?
No. Well, look, you could argue that InArt had that little friendship with Joaquin Phoenix too, and that's why they were getting the exclusives. And now look at Hot Toys, and I think that's what this flex shows. They can do anything that any other company can do. Hot Toys will be able to do.
Listen,
so
better.
I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised. Maybe not this month. Maybe in a couple of months. Maybe for Christmas. Right, because Batman Returns is a Christmas movie, so who knows? Maybe they'll theme it, but I would not be shocked if Hot Toys does not just the Catwoman, but the Danny DeVito Penguin.
I believe. I think so. No,
I think they're coming.
I'm with you. I think you know why? I will tell you why. only because of the hype that's around this Catwoman. That's it. That is it and only it. Not because they feel like Jazz Inc. is going to make it better. Not because they're threatened by anything. Not because of anything, but they're noticing the hype. That's it. So as Hot Toys, I'm going to pretend I'm Howard. If I see what's going on over there, it's not jealousy. It's not, let me destroy them. Because remember, Jazz Inc. is licensed now. Now, right? So anything's game. It's not like, oh, they're illegal, so I'm going to come for them. No, they're both legal now. Okay? So you're going to tell me that Hot Toys, as a business company, looking to make money, just like they stole the idea of the rooting from InArt, and they're capitalizing on it more than InArt. Because how many rooted figures has InArt done to date?
What do we got? Like 4 releases?
You got Joker,
Pennywise,
and Aragon,
Gandalf,
Pennywise,
Gandalf.
That's
Aragorn,
4,
and the Batman.
So that's 5.
Right.
So that's 5 figures from the company that brought in the idea of rooting. Okay, what do we have for Hot Toys so far?
Oh, forget about it.
Exactly.
What do you have? You got Anakin, you got Joker, you got
we got more than
all
5.
of them. It's insane. Yeah,
we have more than 5.
It's insane.
So there we go. So
well, and talking about stealing, when we get to the Black Widow, we got to talk about the magnetic base.
So there you go. So
right,
they could take, and again, it's not, you could call it stealing, you could call it whatever you want. It's just part of the game, right?
Right.
But the thing is, they're doing more with it than InArt is. They're giving us more product with it than InArt is. So they're utilizing that idea to their benefit because they're not pumping out 1 figure a year like InArt is. So I'm okay with Hot Toys stealing anything because they're going to do it better anyway. They're going to do it better than the original company, right? And they're going to do it cheaper than the original company. And so why would anybody question, is Hot Toys better than InArt? It's in your face. So that's my point when I say stop believing the YouTubers. Stop letting things get shoved down your throat when you don't know anything about them. Always think and question everything you're told by somebody who's benefiting from the company. It's that simple. Okay. So Nefty, what would you change about the Joker, if anything, or do you think it's perfect?
For the Hot Toys version, I think it's perfect. I mean, I like the background that he's going to come with. I suspect that's a deluxe version, right? The chair and that.
No, I think both versions come with it.
It's not a deluxe
because it's a DX.
That's an iconic moment in the movie. So I'm all hyped for this. With getting back with the InArt as a company as a whole, I mean, everybody in the panel will agree that one of their biggest faults is the QC issues that they have. Correct? You know, because I mean, if you get a Gandalf with no QC issue, it's beautiful. Correct? I don't own one, but from what I've seen, so. Let's jump on the issue with QC and us in the United States. And this is one of the issues that I have within our going forward. If I have an issue with a figure that I buy from Sideshow, from Hot Toys is going to take care of it. If I have an issue, a QC issue with Jazz Inc., based on my experience, he takes care of it because I can go direct to him. I buy from InArt. InArt is washing their hands.
Good luck.
They're like, you know, until the day I buy a character that's authorized to be sold in this side of the hemisphere, then at that point I can go direct to them. But until then, us in the United States, just keep that in mind that if you have a QC issue, which appears to be the norm within our, you know, unless you know that overseas company and they hook you up, you know, they're going to turn around and say, I don't know what to tell you, because InArt is not going to help you directly. You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's another.
That's where we go. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's where going back to the conversation you had at the beginning, right? When we were talking about Kit. And that's where you have to hope. Yeah. You know, Kit is one of those dependable guys that, again, if you treat him right, he with respect, he treats you with the same respect back, right? Mm-hmm. So you have to hope that you're dealing with somebody that is going to look out for you.
And it's not Kit's fault either, because
it's not his fault. He's going to try, but there's only so much he can do.
Right. And they're not can turn around and say, listen, that wasn't authorized to be sold in that part of the world. See ya.
Right. Exactly.
Right.
Because I believe one of the figure is authorized in the States.
The Paul Atreides, the
I'm
Dune
not
figure.
into Dune, but
So I ordered that one. So at least for that one, I ordered direct from InArt.
yeah.
So I know when that ships eventually, if there's an issue, I can go directly back to them and
Well, let's hope
make
there
my
are no
request.
issues to begin with.
Let's
because
hope,
the
right.
last thing you need is an issue to deal with them. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then all the I could only imagine the runaround after that. What'd you say? Next?
And Fabs, and back to Jazz Inc. because we talk about NR licensed division, right? The licensed character, Jazz Inc. that's coming into the licensed figure. You know how this community can be a viper if you give an inferior product, especially when it comes licensed. Third party, part of the game if it comes inferior.
Right.
But a license, you know, we're gonna be paying the money, and so he collects. I'm gonna say he has a pulse of what's going on. He knows the temperature that if he does something inferior, it's gonna be a wrap. Remember, he's licensed now.
Ask Chase, welcome, my friend. Hello. Being here. So that's my thing. You know, Hot Toys will always come in and you could take it as they're stealing ideas. You could take it as they're copying. You could take it as whatever you want. At the end of the day, guess what? Where do we go? Where do we go to when something new is out? We don't go to InArt. We go to Hot Toys. When there is for example, a company comes out with a figure and then Hot Toys teases it. What do we want more? The original announcement or the Hot Toys figure? So this is why they do what they do, because they know that at the end of the day, everybody's going to turn to them to get that stuff. Obviously, you're going to have your stragglers trying to figure out, oh, should I spend my money here? Should I go to this one? But then the ones who know what the game is about and who's doing the best will not think twice about going with Hot Toys.
Right. And you got to remember the reach that they have, right? Because we're a little insulated in this community, right? Because we're all on Facebook groups where we see all the third party stuff, all the InArt stuff, all the J&D stuff. Every company imaginable, we're aware of it, right? But you have to imagine there's a portion of the community that just goes to Sideshow or Google something or something pops up in their feed. And what's that going to be? If you're in the US, it's going to be a Hot Toys product, right?
Right.
I even sent Fabs a clip, and it was Kevin Feige.
Yeah,
right? He was getting interviewed for Deadpool and Wolverine.
Should I play it?
You should, because
I don't think it'll work though. I have to
but he's literally saying, the guy says, I'm a collector, and when we talked 2 years ago, I was starting out my collection, and Kevin Feige says, I love Hot Toys. He's like, when we're doing the suit design, he says this in the clip. He says, we realize we've gotten to the point where we're happy with the suit when we say we would buy that Hot Toys figure.
Yep, exactly.
The fact that the head of Marvel is saying that, I mean, how many people did he just reach? How many people are listening to this guy talk and they're like, let me look at this Hot Toys product. They're not going to look at InArt. They're going to look at Hot Toys. So it's just, there's a reach there that these other companies just can't compete with.
If he would have said that about InArt, I would have definitely became an InArt lover.
I don't think so.
Rudy, that was you the other day. Gave me a heart attack with the Jar Jar Binks.
You like that, right?
Oh my God!
You like that?
I was like,
God. Brad, how are you, my friend? Welcome. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here.
Hello!
Let's see who else do we have in the house real quickly before we continue this intense conversation. Let's see. We got Rob in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello!
Thank you for being here. You made it. We got the Alchemist in the house. Welcome. Thank you for being here.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
Kevin Feige is unbelievable. Sorry, man. Don't worry about it. I said, stop stressing, Robert. All right. So now, Rudy.
Yeah.
Possibilities of the alternate looks of this Joker. So like I said, we got the clown with the lab coat. We got that other one that wasn't made by anybody. And then we have the standard version of him with the brown jacket and the paper bag, the brown paper bag. Because of the fact, right? Remember the Joker, the whole point of the Joker is the face paint. But because of the fact that in the Joker, right, his regular character without the face paint and you know that bummy looking guy and the brown jacket and you know that specific look is obviously you know one of his looks before he becomes the Joker. So what are potentially do you think that is a figure that they're going to decide to make, or do you think they're just going to stick with the face painted options?
I think we're definitely going to see, because I think this is going to sell great for them. I think it's an exclusive. I think this artist is going to go in no time, and I think even the regular DX is going to go. I think they're going to do single versions of the other face painted characters first.
I believe so too.
I think those are going to be the priority. Do I see them doing just a standard version? Maybe, but I think that would be the last one they would tackle if they even decide to do that. Because again, it's a Joker, right? Even though Joaquin Phoenix is amazing in the role, this is the selling point.
The reason I asked you this is because remember when they did Batman Forever. Not Batman Forever, Batman Returns with the Michael Keaton head sculpt, right? So we had Batman and then Michael Keaton. So I think it's a possibility. The only thing is, you know, will it really make the money? I think exactly what you said might be the case. They're going to make all the Jokers, and if you want to complete them with the one without the face paint, then that's up to you. You know what I mean? And obviously, I can guarantee you, most likely they'll make it limited for you to be like, hey, I need it. You know what I mean? So I think
and Hot Toys hasn't done this recently. I mean, they had the 2-pack with the Man of Steel in the black suit and the Nightmare version Batman. But you remember the first DX that we got, which was the Joker 2-pack.
Right.
It was the Joker in the purple suit, and then they gave you the sculpt, the unmasked sculpt for the police version. So, if anything, with the suit and everything and the gun.
You're talking about the double pack with the cop and the purple coat.
The very first DX. Yeah,
right.
That was the one, remember? And you had to just go out and buy a body, right? You had to buy a true type to put that figure together. But they gave you the clothing, they gave you the sculpt and everything. And that was how we got the unmasked, no paint Joker sculpt. Right. So if anything, I could see them maybe packing that in, doing something similar. It's either that,
but at this point, like I get what you're saying, and I don't know why I thought that figure came with the cop already, you know, with the body and everything. Am I bugging?
No, it came with everything you needed to put it together except for the body.
Oh, see, I don't,
because I remember having to buy a true type to put that one together.
I remember that happened with Michael Jackson. It came with the Thriller, the Michael Jackson Thriller figure. It came with everything, but you needed that extra body.
Right.
I don't remember that being the case for that Joker, but I will tell you that that's a perfect example. If they did that already without the paint for a Joker, you better believe that it'll happen again. The thing is it going to be a 2-pack? I doubt it. And again, the reason why it wouldn't be that style of 2-pack is because, as you mentioned, for example, the Batman Nightmare, the black suit Superman Nightmare Batman 2-pack
sitting.
You know, it comes with figures. It comes with bodies. I mean, not figures. It comes with bodies. Right. So I don't think they're going to cheapen it. If they're going to give us a double pack, they're going to give us a full double pack so they could get away with charging us that much more. Right. Back then, I feel like they didn't want to charge us too much money by keeping the DXs, you know, cheaper with only giving us the one body. Then it was up to us, whichever. If we wanted a second body, then we go buy it. Right. But they left it up to us to decide, all right, which look do you want? You want this one or you want that one? I don't think back then they expected people to buy 2 of anything.
Right.
But I think now they do.
Right.
You know? I think now they do.
Or if anything, you know how they did the Shang-Chi Wenwu, the limited version that they did overseas with the suit? Like, yes, I could see them doing that unmasked Joker as a super limited.
Well, that's what I said. That's what I just said that. I said exactly the same thing because that's the only thing that makes sense. And that's how they'll force people who right now would be like, would I buy that? I don't know. But again, when it comes to that queue system and the FOMO, even if you don't like it, you go for it to see if you could get it. You know, it's just part of the game now. Even if you don't want it, you'll try to go for it.
Right.
Because guess what? If you get it, you better believe you're gonna like it. You know.
But they definitely gonna have to jump on the Joker 2. I mean, who is to say that we start off with Joker 2, him being locked up in that scene? So you can consider this a Joker 2. Let's say he gets locked up on the stage after being interviewed, you know?
Yeah,
and,
no.
and now we get the same painted face with a different suit down the line in the movie in Joker 2.
Look, and then imagine you're gonna get a Joker 2 look. I think this is
Correct.
them telling you the timing of this is just perfect, right?
Yep.
It's aligned with the hype for the second movie.
Yep.
And then
Yeah.
you've got Lady Gaga as Harley Quinn now.
Yep.
Right? And from everybody's saying, right, Joaquin Phoenix is the type of he's that very like actor. I don't know what you want to call him. He's like super method, and he only does movies that he thinks are very good. So the fact that he's back for a sequel, I think, has a lot of people very excited.
And I think in the trailer it starts off on that stage that they have a behind the scene view as he's getting locked up. So he's still in that uniform and with that mask in the opening scenes of Joker 2 in the recent trailer that dropped today.
But I think this is Hot Toys flexing again. I think this is just the first of this is them giving you a great looking figure with that amazing diorama piece, and they're basically telling you there's more coming. I can't see them leaving money on the table.
Absolutely. And again, this is going to sell like hotcakes, and it wouldn't make any sense if they didn't come out with the rest of them. Also, we got LED light up function on these lights of the diorama.
Lights, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
No,
you know,
not
it's
the
funny.
eyes,
I thought
not the
on
eyes,
the diorama, yeah.
I think I'm going to go with the rooted one.
Nefty was like, I must have missed when his eyes lit up in the movie.
Actually, you know what I missed it with? Well, you're gonna go over it later, but I missed it with the Spider-Man when you brought that up.
Oh yeah,
I didn't know that. Well, when you showed me in the suits, all the lights, all the LED
oh yeah,
USB, that's pretty cool. Yeah,
no, that's cool, and it's necessary because that'll change the entire look of that body and the entire look of that figure, because you need that light up function. Even though it's got to be very, very mild, because remember when you're watching the movie, you don't see these bulbs shining in your face.
Yeah, they're very subtle.
You're very correct. So, but as long as they're there and they light up, the figure's gonna look insane. Chris, how are you, my friend?
Konnichiwa means what's up.
That podcast, not the podcast, the YouTube you did yesterday was about an hour, right? That Monday Madness. You should keep that up every Monday, 1 hour. Monday Madness. Just go, cut.
No, it was. I'm telling you, I was in such a rush. Now, Nefty, 1 to 10.
I'm gonna go with a 9.5. I always give that 5 when I get it in hand, just in case it loses value or looks when we get the final product. But this is beautiful, and I'm talking about now the rooted one. It's beautiful.
Now, one thing I want to show you guys, a lot of seamless stuff. As you can see, everything's seamless. Literally everything. They're not showing you a single old school wrist joint at all. So everything is already pre-sculpted to whatever they expect you to use it, which again, I don't know if this is good or bad. I don't know how to feel about this. You know what I mean? Is this going to be their new thing for everything? I doubt it. I was going to say also the tailoring on this suit is beautiful. It's very, very sharp. The shoes look very, very nice as well.
It doesn't say magnetic base or anything like that.
It doesn't say magnetic base. I don't think it's going to be. It says LED light bracket with highly realistic wooden texture and fabric material. Yeah, but it doesn't say anything about magnetic base. But look at the detail in the hands. Very, very nice. Look at all that.
Look at the cigarette.
The one thing I mean, and I understand, but the one thing that I wish was a little different is the expression. If they would have given us maybe a smiling expression or a laughing expression, I think it would have been way better for this type of character. Because right now he's just very blah. You know what I mean? They didn't take any risks making him looking crazy with the laugh or looking menacing in any way. He's just very blah. He looks like a mime if you really think about it. So that's my only complaint about it. But besides that, everything else about it is perfect. And one thing also, even the rooting for both figures that were announced that we're going to get into, look how clean, because remember the Wonder Woman looked like crap up here. Look how clean it's getting. Look how perfect it's looking. So like I told you guys, the moment Hot Toys perfects how to make these rooted head sculpts, it's over for, and not that InArt is beating them, with that aspect, because they're not by any means whatsoever. So it's just, they're just starting with this, and they're only going to get better and better and better. And we got a super chat from Figment in the house.
Look at this.
Welcome, my fool. Look at that thing.
Whoa!
Oh my God. That is
they go home, huh?
There you go.
Guys, see, you should take a note from Figman in the house. Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. This is for you.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, you.
No, thank you, bro.
Thank you.
No, thank you, bro.
No, seriously, you.
No, seriously, thank you, bro.
No, for real, you.
No, thank you.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it. That is freaking awesome. He's
making sure you get that jazzing Catwoman.
yeah, this is my this is the 8th of the down payment for it. Thank you, my friend. Because we know that each payment is $1,000 a month. So again, thank you, my friend. I appreciate it as always. He's the only one who always hooks me up with the super chats. I never forget him. Chris. Learn, Chris, learn. Faz looks like a mom. No, I'm telling you, he does. It's very blah. That expression is very blah. Faz is going to use it to pick up some inner jokers. Imagine. You know, guys, I almost picked up the Rooted Joker by Inart. I saw it for, I want to say something like $500, and I was like, oh, should I? And then I was like, I was like, it's not worth it at all.
You know what's funny? This one, going back to this one, when we were talking, when all the announcements came up, I said, nah, I'm going to go stick with the Marvel. And now every time I look at these pictures again, especially that Joker, how can you pass on that Joker? Or how can you not try to get it? It's that amazing.
So now, guys, we're going to get into the Star Wars announcement of the night. So here we got, again, I told you guys yesterday, but for those who weren't here yesterday, I'm going to tell you again because I love repeating myself. So I told you guys that this figure was coming weeks ago. I know, shout out to TK421. He had a list going on. He made a video on it. But the problem with that list is I called those figures first. Obviously not all of them, but some of them. And this was one of them. Grievous, when we saw the tease for the Commander Obi-Wan, the General Obi-Wan, not Commander, General Obi-Wan, with him fighting Grievous in the box, in the insert of the box, I said, not only are we going to get one from Clone Wars, because that's what that's supposed to be, right? That Obi-Wan was from, the General Obi was from Clone Wars. So the fact that there was a Grievous on that box told you that there was a Clone Wars Grievous coming. But obviously, me being the person that I am, I say, not only are we getting a Clone Wars one, but we're getting a Diecast MMS one for whichever movie, because remember, he appeared in 2 movies, not just 1. So here we are. So I needed to give you guys that backstory so you don't think I'm some random peasant, since you guys never show respect. So now, Nefty, let's go with you. How exciting is this for you? Are you only getting one of these? And do you have the Sideshow one?
I'm getting 2 because the Sideshow one that I have, I can't even look at it because they'll fall apart. I want the 2-hand look and the 4-hand look. So I got to get 2 of these bad boys. And the fact that I learned yesterday that it comes with a different mask, right? A battle damage type of head. So that and a broken hand, a cut off hand. So that's a look that I'm going for. So 2 of these, and I'm glad that this is not part of the queue, right? This is just regular posted and order up.
Correct. This is going to be your MMS. This is not going to be limited. What are you talking about? The jaw? What was broken? What are you talking about? Oh, the battle damage here.
Battle damage.
And he's got the hand, right?
Yeah.
You can see the cut off
here.
hand. Yeah.
Right.
So the 4 hands with one of them being cut off and the damaged face, that's one look, and the other look I want is the 2-hand regular that you showed earlier when you started the slideshow.
So now, question: how would you display it, with the cape on or without the cape?
Without the cape, I'll probably do without the cape for the forearm and the cape for the 2-arm. I mean, I'm gonna still have the Sideshow because I ain't throwing.
Oh, you still have this?
Yeah, I mean, but it's something you can't even touch, man. It's kind of like in a pose like that with the cape on, 4 hands out, but you can't even touch it, man. Like when I move it, it falls apart. Right. And mind you, I have the extra little joints that they gave you.
Oh,
gave us afterwards, and I haven't even put it on. But
no, mine, thank God, was good. Some of the one of the shoulders I think is a little bit looser than the rest, but besides that, they're thank God, it's perfect.
You start with the lightsaber up here, and when you come back,
right, exactly.
Yeah,
that's exactly what happens. Yep, but only one, thank God, not all of them. Now, Rudy, tell us how you feel about everything.
Oh, it's amazing. Look, this is another.
But is this something you collect? Everybody knows that you're more Marvel than anything else.
But no, this one absolutely. Like I have, just like you and Nefty, I have that Sideshow. I have the original one that they did before they did the reissue.
Okay.
And so I never even they didn't even give me the joints that came in, right? The spare joints. So I had the same issue that you guys had, but it's such a great looking villain, and for these movies, he was one of those just like visually. There's a presence to that figure, that character, and it's just so disappointing that the Sideshow one just didn't hold up. So for me, I just like Grand Admiral Thrawn. This is a character that I definitely want to pick up. So this is another one. I'm glad it's an MMS like you, Nefty, because I think I'm going to be able to put it back to the back burner a little bit, just because everybody's going to be trying to get all the artisans in the next days.
Exactly. Yep.
But I'm definitely going to try to pick him up. He looks incredible, and I think the diecast on the joints is what's going to give you
absolutely
the posability. And you can already see the extreme poses he's got. I mean, some of the poses look stunning.
Not only the posability, but it's going to give you, because if you're going to have, for those who have the Sideshow, you're going to have them both in hand. You're going to be like night and day. You know what I mean? You're holding a bag of feathers and a rock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the Sideshow one is so light,
very
light.
light.
It
is like.
And look at it. I saw people on social media posting selling mine for $30.
I saw that too.
Now, question for you guys. So Nefty, it looks like they're teasing another Obi-Wan. Okay, but the problem with this is this hair is nothing new, right? The only difference that I'm seeing in this picture of this figure is this here, right? This figure, the original Obi-Wan, doesn't have this. It's a one-piece head, right? It's not like a neck and head attachment. It's all one piece. Here they're showing you that they attach this head on top of a neck. So now, what does that mean? Are we getting a new Obi-Wan? Did they reuse the General Kenobi head sculpt on this for the pictures only? Are they planning on giving us a 2.0 with a different neck attachment?
If you follow the past MO, and if you have the original one, you can decipher that is a different Obi-Wan. Then it's safe to bet that we're going to be getting another Obi. I mean, they're all Obi'd out now, right? There's two Obis that are kind of shipping out right now from Sideshow.
Right. So we got that General Kenobi, and we got that Mandalorian Kenobi.
Yep. So I definitely
so you don't think they're using one of those head sculpts, one of those two head sculpts, instead of giving us a new one?
I mean, they could, but they right now got Obi printing Obi in the machine, so they can say, hell, let's do a 2.0 on it, you know?
Yeah, because remember, we're still getting young Obi from episode 1 and episode 2. So don't sleep on those either.
You have the original one, right? And you can see the difference, I guess, and decipher that this is a newer.
Well, I noticed it. I went right away and I looked at my figure and I said, let me see if there are any differences just from the back of the head. And then I noticed this little gap here, and I said, wait a minute. I said, I don't have this gap here. I said, where is this from? And then if you really, pay attention, you could see that there's a different skin tone from here.
Yeah.
And then it splits right here down, right? So the head is all this one piece here. So it's definitely different than what we got originally. So that's why I wanted to get your take. You Rudy, what do you think? New Obi or no?
I think if you get a new Obi-Wan, I think the Spider-Man that we're going to talk about later, I wouldn't put it past them to give you an artisan Obi-Wan.
I think the long hair. So from episode 2, I think will be the first. I think will be the first rooted. Absolutely.
Maybe. I think you're definitely right. Before they did the Tom Holland artisan, I would have just said, yeah, that's the one they're going to do. But I think again, right, this was a day of Hot Toys flexing what they can do.
Right.
So I wouldn't be surprised if they
quick
tried
question.
that.
If they do an artisan Obi, does this become artisan too?
No, they don't.
Maybe.
No,
we haven't had no bearded.
Yeah, no, we haven't had one.
Does this become artisan?
and I mean, I would think so, but I doubt it. You know what I mean? I would think so because you know what's gonna happen once you start messing with beard, like hair. that starts looking funky if you don't do it properly.
Yeah, it look like a wolf man.
Yeah, right. And then if you don't,
Well,
believe me, they don't want to ruin their figures.
Wolfman
Well,
Jack.
listen. Soldier Story
Okay.
already
I saw.
did those guys. One of their special edition Navy SEALs
Yeah.
that they just recently released has the full rooted beard at this point. Granted, that one is a little bit longer.
How do they
So
look?
there's a little flex.
How do they look?
The prototype looks good, but they haven't released it yet. So
Oh.
I don't know if it's so. The question is, the prototype looks great. Is it going to carry out through the final production version? You know, that's the thing.
Black Panther says now you can put down a down payment on the inner Michael Blackson.
Right.
This guy, unbelievable.
Pat, I'm
Yeah.
gonna get out of here.
Oh, you're out?
Yeah, I gotta go pick up my daughter from work.
All right, go ahead. Thank you.
All right, Nefty.
No, it's always a pleasure. I mean,
All right.
if you want me earlier, let me know. That way I can clear my schedule. Because I don't know you wanted me on the show today.
Yeah, no, I didn't know you were around either. I always forget that.
You popped up, yeah.
I always forget that you're.
Heads up.
I always forget that you're a jobless peasant. That's why I never message you ahead of time.
I mean, I am literally a stay-home dad, other than work out, and because my kids, they're running around and stuff. But that's all I do,
All right, so now I know for the future. You just got a part-time job. All right, thank you.
No problem. Later,
Later, Nefty.
I'll see you later. All right, so Rudy,
Yeah.
why? Not why. Do you think it's necessary now to have a die-cast MMS and a plastic Clone Wars? And do you think there are going to be major differences besides obviously the die-cast endoskeleton? And do you think they're going to try to make it more appealing than this one to get people to obviously buy the plastic one now that there is a die-cast one?
I don't know, man. I think this one's going to be hard to top. Right? I mean, this is like all the bells and whistles in there, right? A die-cast version. It's the cinematic version. And for me, right, not being a Clone Wars or animated series person, the only one was where's William? Darth Maul's buddy, his brother Savage.
Oh yeah,
I think
oppressed Savage or Savage.
Yeah, that's one that I would pick up just because he'd go great with Darth Maul. But I don't know that if I had the option. But that's like an exclusive character that's only shown up on the
Clone Wars
on the Clone Wars cartoon, right? For this
and
one,
that's coming too. That yellow Darth Maul is 100%.
I think that's coming too, but I think it's the cinematic General Grievous. Will they make the plastic version? I think they're going to reuse the diecast.
No way. I'm going to tell you why. If you've been following the Clone Wars line, okay,
right,
all of it, think about it. How many diecast anythings have they made for the Clone Wars? Not a single thing. So that's what I said yesterday. I don't think they're getting into diecast anything with the Clone Wars because they don't want to make anything too expensive, and they want to keep people buying them. That's why I tell you guys.
Yeah, but the thing with that diecast thing though is I get your point, but what have we gotten so far? We gotten the Obi-Wan, we've gotten the Ahsoka, Darth Maul, and then we've gotten a bunch of troopers, right? Maybe the bikes are the new, what is it?
The BARC speeders should have been, if they're gonna do anything diecast with that line, it should have been at least the vehicles.
Right.
Because obviously what Star Wars figures require diecast? None.
Right, but that's why I think I get your point, and I think it's definitely valid. But with Grievous, I think the engineering to make the body stand is why they went diecast. I think if they had been able to do this in plastic for cheaper, I think they would have tried to do it just to make things cheaper. But I think the engineering, because we saw what happened with the Sideshow version that's all plastic, I think that's what prompted them to make this diecast.
Yes and no. So number one, I don't think that they made it diecast because of the fact that they believe that the problem was plastic. I doubt it. How many full plastic figures have we gotten from Hot Toys that are big and no problem? Look at Ironmonger. Look at the Ultron, right? These are big figures that are made out of plastic that don't fall, don't tilt, you know what I mean? So I personally don't think that the issue was, we didn't use, for Sideshow, we didn't use diecast, so this is the problem. No, Hot Toys is a completely different animal than Sideshow is when it comes to their product and their quality. That's why I would never compare, what Sideshow did. I think Hot Toys did.
But I think with the figures you're comparing, because I have that big the Avengers Age of Ultron, the big Ultron, right? That's
Uh-huh.
plastic too.
All right.
The joints are a little bit bigger, right? And I think that's what's driving the Grievous is a very slender figure, right? The arms are all thin, all the joints are thin. So I think that's again, I just think from an engineering design perspective, right? Look at those. They're spindly little arms. And I think with the lightsaber, because that's what happens with the sideshow one, right?
With
The weight of the
weight,
lightsaber pulls it down. So I think that's where you get the design decision to go with the diecast. I think that's what's prompting them. So I get what you're saying, but I don't see them doing this.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead. No,
Well,
I just to finish the thought, I don't see them engineering this body and then re-engineering this as a plastic one for a Clone Wars version. I would see them reusing this.
So that's where I was going. So what I find weird is that they should have, or at least I would have, as the owner of Hot Toys, I would have come out with the plastic one first, gotten my sales out of that, and then guess what? Here's the diecast. What are you going to do then? I can guarantee you people want the diecast more than the plastic one,
Right?
but you have to let them fall and buy the first one first, the plastic one first. That's what
Right,
I would have done.
Now that you've gone premium, I don't think, now that you've gone to the higher grade materials, I don't think you can go back.
Well, that's my point. That's what I'm saying. How is this going to work? Because it's coming from the Clone Wars. It's coming.
Yeah,
But
they're
again,
going to reuse this.
I don't think that they're going to give us the same exact figure twice, one from the Clone Wars, one from, the movie, and then it's the exact same thing. Obviously, they have to change the paint application somewhat. They have
See,
to
this is where we need William, because William would know what the differences are for the Clone Wars. But I have to imagine the skeleton is going to be similar. So you can change the panels, you can change the armor, you can add some things here and there. But I think the frame itself, that's what they're going to keep similar. So yeah, I think it's definitely going to be a slightly different variation. But that base that they used, I think they're going to keep using.
What base? Let me see.
Like the base, if you look at the picture with the red, I think that with where they highlight what the diecast parts are, that's what they're going to continue to use if they redo all that, right?
Right.
That's going to be diecast for any version of this.
You really believe
I think
this is plastic. Because remember, you're talking about the reason why they're making this diecast is because of the joints and holding the weight. But if you pay attention, nothing that is red is, for example, remember we're talking about the lightsabers. You have a lightsaber here, it ends up falling down.
Right.
Why does it fall down? It doesn't fall down from the hand, it falls down from the shoulder. So
you're right, and the shoulder joint is plastic. It's not
exactly. That's my point. So there's no diecast in the shoulder joint to change anything. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't need to be diecast for it to work at all, especially coming from Hot Toys. You know what I mean? Hot Toys could do anything with tight joints. Doesn't matter what it is, plastic, diecast, whatever it is, they could do it. Right? So that's my point. I don't think it's necessary for this to be diecast and diecast only. Sideshow made it plastic. Again, their quality is not Hot Toys quality. Therefore, we can't compare the Sideshow figure to a Hot Toys figure ever.
But take a look, because if you look at some of the poses Hot Toys got out of this, and granted, there's probably a stand there, but he's like hunkered down in some poses.
Well, even the Sideshow one, I tried to get some of those poses with him bent over like this, like hunched over. They didn't work.
Well, my issue with the Sideshow one is I pull up the Sideshow one, right, the legs, because the legs are all red, but you try to get the Sideshow one to stand straight, and it like sinks down. Those legs can't hold him either for anything. So the very original Sideshow version, you try to stand him up straight, those legs, the knee joints and the thigh joints just go down. He crumbles. And Sideshow gave you a crappy stand that has some flex to try to grab him. It doesn't work. So maybe I got a crap version of that original Sideshow one, but I put mine up and it just collapses. So I think that diecast, maybe the shoulders, maybe they're not diecast, but you look at the joints. It's the shoulder joints and it's the arms. I think it's still stability overall.
Look at this peasant in the house. Welcome, Michael.
Hello!
Look at you talking smack already. Let's see what this peasant's saying. Let's see. Hold on.
Are we following?
Hold on, guys. Hold on. His curious or anatomical leg wouldn't want to be tasteless. This guy, unbelievable.
Jay.
I thought Fabs was only wrong on Saturdays. I guess it's Tuesdays too. This guy, unbelievable, unreal, peasantry.
Oh,
It's diecast for stability.
see, Mike agrees with me.
No, I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I just pointed out that, from your point, we noticed that obviously none of it is for stabilization of the shoulder joint.
Right, but look, you got the so maybe not shoulders, all right, but you've got the elbows and you've got the arms.
Well, think about it, right? So the reason why the shoulders are very important, and if we're talking about the stability of the figure, talking, comparing it to the Sideshow one, right? The problem with the Sideshow one, right? The main problem with the Sideshow joints are that the shoulder joints, not the elbow, not the wrist, the shoulder, right? When you decide to lift them up or try to pose them one way or another fighting style with the lightsaber, the weight of the lightsabers weigh down the whole arm from the shoulder joint. So that's the problem. So I point this out. We're not talking about stabilizing the body because it's not about the figure falling over, right? At least mine doesn't fall over. Mine's on the stand.
Falls over. Mine falls over.
Well, mine's on the stand, right? So mine's on the stand. And even when I stand it up, mine doesn't fall over. What does happen is, like I said, the one arm with the lightsaber does get weighed down from the weight. But again, if we're talking diecast, this shoulder, right? Neither shoulder has diecast in there, right?
So Hot Toys figured something out. You're right, plastic. That's still.
Exactly. That's
still
what I'm saying. They don't need to make this diecast for it to work because at the end of the day, the Sideshow one could have worked if they were a different type of company when it came to quality. But it didn't work because they didn't care. They didn't focus on that.
I don't know, man. That Sideshow, and again, I'm being super critical because mine is terrible. But like, I like the fact that you're getting the diecast arms the diecast legs, because to your point, all right, the shoulder's not diecast, but the legs in mine, he can't hold a straight pose. He literally sinks. Right. So for me, I think I see that diecast and I immediately think that's going to be a strong leg. You can get him in a lot of these great poses. All right, so Hot Toys figured something out with the shoulders to do it in plastic, but you've got those really thin little arms at the shoulder, at the elbow joint. So I think they figured it out with diecast, and I just don't see them, because you're right. They're going to do a Clone Wars version, right? They're not going to just do this body once. So I could definitely see them doing it again, but they're going to use the diecast. They're not going to reinvent the base material.
I'm telling you, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if they go diecast, but I'm telling you, I don't think so. I doubt it. It wouldn't make sense to me. And
right. Who's taking the clip? Let's clip this so that we can revisit this.
Rudy, so Third Party Peasant says we're getting a diecast Clone Wars Grievous. I say there's no way. I say there's no way.
You say it's a full plastic? No way.
I think we're going plastic again. Can Hot Toys do it? Absolutely. I'm not saying they can't, but I don't think that they're giving that Clone Wars line, diecast. And again, if they do, this will be the first item, the first character with diecast. And I told you guys also yesterday that I expect a lot of the figures that Sideshow has had for many years for Hot Toys to get into them now. So all of the villainy and scum products that they did, a lot of the for example, Echo and Fives. Sideshow has had Echo and Fives forever. Hot Toys never got near it. Grievous. Here we are with Grievous. So expect a lot of the figures, a lot of the clones, a lot of the stormtroopers, a lot of the, more specifically, the clone stuff that Sideshow made, because as you can see, they're getting into it. So it's only a matter of time until we get everybody else. We get Wolf. We get who's the other one? There's another one that's in yellow. I forget his name. Bly, I believe his name is Commander Bly. So there's a whole bunch of potential figures that are going to come very soon from Hot Toys that have been made years ago by Sideshow. We got Giovan in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Hello!
We have, who else do we have in the house? We got Sean in the house. Welcome.
How you doing?
Let's see who else. We got David in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello!
Let's see. We have somebody. We got Pedro Lopez. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here.
Konnichiwa.
Konnichiwa means what's up.
So, Rudy, going back to the Obi-Wan conversation, what do you think? Potential Obi-Wan, yes or no?
Yeah.
You think so?
I think so. I think I don't know. I don't know if they're gonna launch it anytime soon, but I think there's a potential for it to come because you've already got you've got the two they just released, right? The Clone Wars,
the Mandalorian and the General.
The General, and then you've got the Obi-Wan Kenobi one about to drop. Right. So I'd see them leaving a little gap. They don't have to leave much, right? Hot Toys has done that before where they give you 3 Scarlet Witches that are still up for pre-order, right? So, but I maybe a little bit of a gap, but I think they're going to tackle it again.
Bob says, why would they downgrade it to plastic?
That's what I say.
That's my thing. You know what I mean? If my thing would have been, like I said, like I mentioned earlier, if I were Hot Toys, I would have came out with the plastic first, right? And then I would have done the diecast for the movie. Right. Again, only because we haven't got anything from Clone Wars that is diecast. Right. Not that is necessary because we've gotten only clones. Right. And the Bark Speeders. And now we're getting the ATRT, which, again, it's not diecast either. So that's my point. The Bark Speeders are not diecast. The ATRT is not going to be diecast. So why would I expect them to come out of left field and make a diecast figure, a one-off diecast figure for Clone Wars? I would never expect it. Can they do it? Of course. Will they do it? Possibly. But that's my mentality. So I don't think so. I'm not saying that Rudy's wrong by any means, because I could be 100% wrong. But I'm telling you that for the Clone Wars, it wouldn't make sense for them to go all out so expensive for this figure like that and give it to us, one in diecast, one diecast for the movie, one diecast for the Clone Wars. It's overkill, right? So they're going to have to change the figure so much to make it appealing for somebody to say, hey, you could see the differences in the movie version with the Clone Wars version. And because of these differences, I want to buy it again. Because everybody's going to go for that diecast. Period. Yeah. Everybody's going to go.
The diecast is appealing. And look, I just don't know from the Clone Wars what the differences are. If it's going to be significant, if it's going to be minor. But look, you see people picking up multiple versions of Obi-Wan. So, I wouldn't put it past people picking up multiple versions of Grievous either.
Pedro Lopez says you need diecast parts for structure and stability. We have seen, well, again, not everything needs diecast for stability. Not everything that has been made by Sideshow that has been tall figures has been diecast. How many big figures made by Hot Toys have a problem standing? I can't even tell you one right now. Off the top of my head, I can't tell you one. Rudy, give me some big figures that Hot Toys has made. So we got Age of Ultron. We got Hulk. We got Hulk. Age of Ultron. We got the Hulkbuster. We got what else?
Yeah, but listen, you got Ironmonger. You got all these, but
Ironmonger. So all these figures are all plastic, right?
But when you look at them too, right? The one difference again, Grievous is super slender. That's right. where it's different, right? Like you look at a Hulkbuster, that thing is massive.
I understand what where everybody's getting at, where you need that thick, heavy duty core to hold the appendages. I get that. I get it. I'm not saying that it's wrong. I'm not saying that it's not gonna, that the reason why they went diecast wasn't for that reason. No, I understand that it's helpful to the figure. I get it. I'm not saying that it's wrong that they went diecast. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, for Hot Toys, it is not necessary to make something diecast for it to work only with diecast, is my point. They can make this figure 100% plastic and have it work perfectly fine. The thing is,
Mike brought something up in the chat though, and he's right. Right, the Ironmonger hip joints are all cracked already, like mine are cracked.
But again, how old is this Ironmonger? So you can't compare a figure from 10 years ago, at least, okay, with the plastic that they were using wasn't the same as it is now. The materials that they were using back then cannot be the same. I could tell you a lot of things have upgraded. A lot of things have gotten better over the years, especially in about 10 years since that figure's been out, if I'm not mistaken. At least 10 years. Okay. So we're not comparing materials. We're comparing that Hot Toys is capable of making big figures without them having to be diecast. I'm not saying that diecast is not necessary. I'm not saying that they made it diecast for whatever reason. No, I understand why it's diecast. It's fine being diecast, but Hot Toys does not need to make everything diecast for it to stand on its own. That's what I'm saying. Let me see what you guys are saying real quickly. Leah says Star Wars announcements. Ironmonger's crack hip joints. Oh my god, this guy. Grievous required diecast to be functional, no doubt. One big improvement Hot Toys made was ratcheted joints. There you go. There you go. So now our next announcement, Rudy, since we were on this for 2 hours, it looks like we got this beauty now that I know you're excited for. One thing I want to point out that I pointed out yesterday, as you can see, guys, they're not making a sculpted version. This is not shocking to me. I'm not surprised by it at all. Reason being is if you look at this hair, this type of hair, could have they sculpted it? Absolutely. I don't think it would have been the same. It would have looked the same, anywhere near the same. I think it would have looked kind of crappy, which is why I think they didn't bother. Not only that, but remember that the first release was strictly, that doll hair. There was no sculpted anything. So maybe they just said, you know what, we only have one SKU for that, which is that doll hair. Let's just keep it one SKU. Could have they done it sculpted? Absolutely. But again, why didn't they bother? Who knows? Also, I wanted to pull up this real quick to show you that this is her from the movie. So look at the likeness. Look how good she looks. And look at the hair again, right? Look how this, again, Hot Toys could have pulled this off sculpted 100%. It's not about not being able to. But again, I feel like they only did the one SKU for that reason, just because we only had one with that doll hair. There's no need to make more. You either want it artisan or you don't. So now, Rudy, how do you feel about the figure overall?
This is my favorite of the releases they announced today.
What about?
I think it's just of all the Black Widows they could have done. We had talked about this a while ago. This was the one that seemed to make sense, right? It's her introduction into the MCU, right? She has that iconic fight scene in the hallway, right? It was just. But it's a figure that also was so old that the likeness wasn't there, right? For its time, it was a solid figure, but it was a piece that needed a 2.0, right? That needed a remake of it. And if anyone was going to get it, that was the one that made the most sense. What's also interesting here is it's not a DX artisan. It's just an artisan. Right. I don't know if you noticed that, because so far we've been getting every artisan release has been a DX, right? There's been a DX companion. This is literally just an artisan piece, not a DX at all.
Remember that the DXs is because they come with a fancy base. This doesn't really have anything but that magnetic base that we're going to get into. But go ahead.
Yeah, no, I agree. But look, it's just a great upgrade to that original figure. And again, it's her first appearance in the Black Widow suit in Marvel. So it's extremely exciting for someone who's got most of the Black Widows to be able to go and get this. The likeness is amazing.
Wait, what do you mean most? Which one don't you have?
Which one did I pass? I don't have the I think I sold not the Civil War, the Winter Soldier one.
Oh, you sold it?
I sold it. I don't know why I did that. That was stupid on my part.
Did you need to pay rent or something, or?
Of course, I got to pay the bill somehow. No, I was an idiot. Listen, I've never
peasant. See what happens to peasant.
If I have to sell figures for bills, I've done something wrong for myself. I'm not judging anybody else.
Right.
I don't want to ever be in a position like that. I sold it for some stupid reason. I don't know why it was. I was younger. It was dumb. And I just decided to sell her and get something else.
He was developing his third-party peasant personality, so that's why he started getting rid of the Hot Toys very early on. He knew where his life was headed. So, Rudy, the likeness on this head sculpt, 1 to 10.
10.
right?
10.
This is probably one of the best promo head sculpts I've ever seen by Hot Toys. The head sculpt, the face, and the hair.
Right, and even the ones they did from the Black Widow movie, the last ones, were really solid, right? And this is still an improvement over that.
Yep.
So I just there's so much to like here, and look, it's not a figure that has a lot of accessories. It doesn't come with much, right? It's just her. So if they didn't nail the head sculpt, that was going to be an issue. So they nailed it.
You said next time sell your body, not your figures. Oh man, that's great. So now, Rudy, we're getting into in our territory with this magnetic base. As you can see, guys, it says specially designed magnetic figure base. So they're trying to make this figure a very, very basic figure. It doesn't come with much at all. As you can see, a ton of hands. She's got the accessories that, the action accessories from when she entered that building in the movie Iron Man 2. She's got the smoke grenade. She's got the that string, that cable thing that she choked the guy out with. She's got her 2 pistols as always, and then the magnetic base. That's pretty much it. There's not much to this figure whatsoever, and they're letting you know it's not a DX. It's an artisan, strictly and only. Rudy, why do you think that is? Why do you think not make this a DX but give you an exclusive gauntlet that doesn't even belong with the figure?
I don't know. That I can't figure out. Right, I'm hoping it means that the price point on this one's going to be a little bit less, but who knows? Right, I still think it's going to be.
That's what I hope too. And
right,
this one I think was one of the figures that they have 4,000 pieces, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, I think somebody yesterday on your stream said it was 4,000 of the special edition, 2,000. I think the numbers are flopped, probably. Right. So I think it's 2,000 special edition.
That's what I think too. That's what I thought too. I'm like, there's no way they're gonna make 4,000 exclusive and 2,000 regular. I was like, that makes no sense. Right. So I mean,
the only thing I figured about this gauntlet, I think she wears it during his birthday party, during Tony's birthday party, but she's not wearing this suit. Right, she's like dressed in a dress, and she puts it on, and they start blasting stuff around. Right when he.
Pedro says the gauntlet is inspired by a deleted scene.
Oh,
I don't remember this scene. That's why I don't know. Maybe that's why.
I think it looks great.
It does
look good on her, but it's just not movie accurate.
Correct. That's my point. I'm like, why would they add this to her if it's that wasn't in the movie? But clearly, it is from the movie. It's a deleted scene, and I'm not surprised because it's not the first time that Hot Toys does this. You know what I mean? They've given us accessories, exclusive accessories from deleted scenes. Look at the Luke Skywalker with that desert outfit. Remember, he comes with the glasses, with those goggles, and then that brown little wrap around him. That's
and Padme too, right? Padme has the cap. I think she has the cap as well from a deleted scene.
From a deleted scene as well. So they did that. Again. I'd never seen the deleted scene, so that's why I'm like, where's this from? But thank you, Pedro, for that, because I had no idea, and I'm going to go find it on the deleted scenes of Iron Man.
I don't remember that either.
Yeah, no, I've never seen it, and I always watched that stuff, and I didn't know that. So thank you for that. They're making 60,000 and lying. 60,000. Yes, she's interested in a party scene, more of an Easter egg. Oh, I got you. Okay, perfect. Yeah, definitely gonna look for that because I had no idea, and I usually tend to watch all the bloopers and stuff like that. You know what I mean? From the movies and the DVDs. Rudy, give me a price point. What do you think this is going to be?
Because it's artisan rooted, 335.
Yeah, I'm going to say 350. But again, it's very minimal, right? It's very minimal. But I'm still going to say 340, 350.
I think because if you look at the Loki, right? The DX Loki that came out, the God Loki. It was what I ended up going with the sculpted because I didn't think I needed the rooted for that one. So, what is it? $140 or $120 cheaper than the artisan. So this is a figure that I could see them coming in for $250. So that's why I'm going. You might be right, $350 because you're getting the rooting.
I'm telling you, there's no way this is going to be even at $295. Think about it. A limited edition rooted Black Widow. Right, limited to whether it's 2,000, 4,000, whatever it is, at 290, 295, impossible. No. So it's definitely going to be 300 plus.
It's going to be in the 300s, and I think just because of the rooting, 350. $350 might be reasonable. That might be the price point. Whether it's reasonable or not, that's a question, but I think that's where it's going to come in. I think you're right.
We got Big Dog in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello.
Thank you for being here. Woo! Let's see who else. Let's see. Padme, who's that? She'll be 365. Huh. Yes, guys, it's 34. If you guys didn't hit that like button, please, and thank you guys for being here. The Thor says, if I score one, I'm going to pose her in the bathroom to. Unreal. Any potential variants on this, Rudy? Yes or no?
Oh, I think
you know they're going to reuse this one way or another.
Look, I think you're going to see an artisan version of the Avengers 1 come out as well. Right, that's the next one that makes logical sense, right? The first Avengers team up.
The first Avengers with the short hair.
Right. Then the question is, do we get Winter Soldier?
The Winter Soldier hair. I think she looked beautiful in that movie with that very, very sharp, straight, short hair. I love how she looked in that movie. So that's a potential 100% potentially coming as well.
Right. And then Civil War. Civil War was, remember, they kept reusing the same sculpt over and over. And Civil War was the first one where Hot Toys finally gave us an upgraded Black Widow sculpt. That was pretty good. And even the rooted hair there, well, it's doll hair. The question is just how many are they going to do, right? I think this one, her first appearance, makes sense. I think Avengers 1 makes sense as well. Will they go beyond that? That's where I don't know. But I wouldn't be surprised if they do.
Pedro says, I think the lower price may be due to the higher figure number. Question, what would be the lower price? Because remember, this is not your full DX artisan. This is just strictly artisan, like that we just mentioned. So as you can see, there's no DX anything. It's just strictly artisan. So that could be the reason why it's cheaper, right? Because it's not your complete DX. I don't think it has to do with the numbers, even though obviously the amount of numbers does affect a price of a figure 100%. I think that's what I'm asking. What do you mean by lower? Like, what do you think the price is going to be? Or what do you think, or if you know the price, what is it? You know what I mean? Because I think that the reason why it's going to be, lower than any usual artisan, especially a female, is because of the fact that she's, again, very, very minimal. It's not a DX, and it comes with a magnetic base that it was nothing for them to make. So that's
you had that picture where you had converted the prices from the Hong Kong show. How much was this one coming in at?
Oh no, I didn't do that. I didn't do this one because this one was after the fact. I only did the other three.
Oh, you didn't do I thought you'd done those.
Sorry, I only did Scorch. I did the Joker Imposter, and I did the other one. I didn't do these.
Got it.
All right, so we're gonna get to the next topic, guys. We're on fire. We're on fire.
I said it when I did my video on all these, my responses. Even though I put them in order from my favorite to my least favorite, they are all amazing releases, right? Hot Toys didn't have a dud here at all.
Yep. So now this beauty. So this is something I'm very excited about. We're getting, I feel like every single Spider-Man, Tom Holland Spider-Man figure, even though they're great, I love every single one, they're very small, right? They're kind of small. Yeah. They're kind of thin bodies. They're kind of small bodies. Again, they look great, but very small. Now we're getting a taller, obviously a 2.0 figure, which you can't go wrong with the 2.0s. You can't go wrong with the updated bodies. Also, we're getting rooted. We're getting our first male short hair rooted figure.
Right.
So this should be a red flag for everybody because this only means one thing.
They're coming. You got a lot coming, right?
Exactly. That's it. It's over, right? The moment, and I told you guys this from day one. I said the moment they go and decide to make a short hair guy, it's over. Because then that means anything's game.
And that's why I said the Obi-Wan, you could probably see an artisan at some point with the short hair. Look, I thought it was going to be a given that I thought the first artisan male Marvel figure we were going to get was going to be a Thor. Or a Winter Soldier from Winter Soldier, where he has the longer hair. I thought those would have been shoe-in. So to get a shorter hair version, it's a little surprising. But I think those other two figures are coming. I think you're going to get a Thor. I think you're going to get a Winter Soldier. And then it's...
What, all 2.0s?
2.0's artisan versions of those
artisan,
two.
yep.
Absolutely, yeah. And then look, I wouldn't be surprised if you get an artisan Captain America at some point. You know, it's like Steve
Also-
Rogers disheveled hair
Also,
look.
Rudy, one thing. Also, if you pay attention, this is also a what do you call it? It looks like it's strictly artisan. There's no DX on here. See, artisan
DX.
edition.
Yep.
And it's in this logo here. It's an MMS. Hold on, let me get rid of this.
Yeah, the
Logo here. It's an MMS logo at the bottom. So you
Right.
have the DX logo, and then you have the MMS logo. So you'll have this one, as you can see, this is an MMS logo down here. I
Right
can't
there.
even show it to you guys. It's not actually. Hold on, I'll show you. Come on. See, this here is MMS on Black Widow. On here, it's
well, you have the sculpted
MMS
one,
as
right? The
well,
sculpted
which is-
one.
well, no,
the
they're both
sculpted version
the
of
same.
Right, but that's what I mean. It's an MMS, right? Like if you
Right,
look at
so
it, it's
same
like
movie masterpiece, right? So that's the sculpted, and then you got the artisan, which is movie masterpiece artisan, but it's
Yeah,
not DX as well.
that's the other concerning thing, or well, concerning for our wallets, right? But that's like Hot Toys is basically telling you too, like it's not going to be limited to DXs, right? Because we thought, oh, you're going to get just DXs and DX artisans. Now they're basically saying it could be anything.
It
at
could
this
be
point.
anything. Correct.
Any
That's
figure,
another-
any MMS,
Correct.
any what is it? The TMS. You know, it could be absolutely
Yeah, the
anything at this point.
Mandalorian series, whatever it is,
Yep.
or the TV movie series or whatever the hell. But the one thing, so a few things about this figure. So exactly what you mentioned, they're opening up Pandora's box to anything that is potential. They could just say, we're going to artisan this, and here you go. You have an MMS release with an artisan tag on it, rooted. So, like I mentioned earlier, guys, one of the things that I really like about this new update, number one, is the battle damaging on the sculpt, right?
Yeah.
Beautiful, completely different, very mild, but very different, right? The sculpting looks great. And my favorite thing is the LED lights now all over the suit. Again, I'm assuming it's going to be USB powered. The body.
It is USB. Yeah, they said
Yeah,
it. It's
it's
USB
gotta be.
powered.
Yeah, it's got to be USB powered. So it's going to look incredible. Look at that. We got the rolling eye system, and we are getting also the kill mode eyes.
Yep.
We're getting the light blue eyes as well. I believe I saw. We're getting this Captain Marvel's gauntlet again. The one we got with her figure from the Endgame movie. And here he is with the light up function. They're showing you all the LED light up points. Also, we get this hammer from that scene in the movie as well. I don't know why they added it. It's a cool thing to have. Is it necessary? Who knows? But they're probably going to, they threw it in there because the figure's going to be kind of pricey. I can tell you that right now, especially because of the light up function that they added to the suit. And obviously the magnetic legs on top. That's also, work that had to go in there to put those magnets in the proper
And
place.
they're bigger too.
Correct. They're bigger. And also the base is always, a thing that they have to add. As you can see, like I said yesterday, this is the Obi-Wan base, the same base that they use for the Obi-Wan figure from the Obi-Wan show.
But that's going to look, somebody I saw posted a picture of that base and the artisan Scarlet Witch. And those two are going to look great together because she's got the same rubble kind of base as well. So they're just going to match really nicely, these two, when you put them together. What
is your favorite thing about the figure right now?
It's the sculpt, man. The sculpt. Like, look, I like the upgrades on the suit. He definitely looks. It's an improvement in pretty much every way from that original, right? From a scale perspective, it's an improvement. The arms are bigger, so they're just a little bit more menacing. I like that you get that kill mode. Look for the eyes. Even the webs. It looks like they're new webs that you're getting too that we haven't seen before. That's something that I actually.
Well, this one, for example, this twirled web came from that the video game Spider-Man.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
because usually I hate when we get like the same Spider-Man webs over and over and over and over again. So I appreciate getting something a little bit different. I didn't know that it came from the video game one. I like this. I know that's scene specific and it's not for everyone, but I like.
It looks beautiful. No, this looks beautiful here. This scene here this shot here looks beautiful.
Right
from that scene.
Right. It's just a nice set overall. And look, I did the same thing when I saw it first. It kind of got lost in everything else that we got. And then you start looking at it a little bit carefully. You really look at the sculpt and you realize how good this is
Correct.
and how much of an improvement it is as well. So I love the magnetic thing too on the arms.
Yep.
I'm curious how that's going to work because I hate the peg system, right? I always feel like I'm going to break something when I'm trying to get the arms in.
Yep.
So it'll be
very
nice
scary. It's very scary because remember, you got to push them in real hard and then they stay snug and then you try to pull them out and it's like, oh man, I don't want to break something. So it's very scary. We got Rob in the house. Welcome, my friend.
Hello!
Being his, if Fabio hates Star Wars, you heard it here first.
No, that's me.
And so, and that's me, he said. So now, another thing with the legs. So, like I was mentioning, they're magnetic now, right? We got rid of those holes, so the figure is going to look cleaner overall. We don't have to worry about covering up the holes. We don't have to worry about any of that. And here is the size and height difference. Very, very slight, very, very, very mild. And slight.
It's the arms that are really like the change.
Well, they look meatier, they look buffer, right? You can see the thighs as well, thicker.
Right.
Look at the legs, bigger, thicker, no diddy. The design of the suit, the material of the suit, completely different.
Yep.
Right. The helmet looks a little bit fuller now than this one. This one looks more long. This one looks more round. Also, I have two of these guys. I have two of the original ones, one with a head sculpt, one without. Let me tell you something. This suit, it's not a suit that you pose with. If you bend these arms, the suit is gone. Gone 100%. They'll
I have my base one. I have a little bit dynamic in the pose right now, and I straighten out the leg. It doesn't come back. The suit it hasn't rebounded. It's like it's stretched
done.
out. You know, it's like done.
Yeah, so that's the problem with the suit. It was a very cheap quality suit. So I'm happy that they're updating it. Not only that, but if you notice, not only this one, but the other figure that we went over with the suit as well, Black Widow, they're giving them a little more slack on the elbows. If you could see by the suit, it's very obvious. Again, to avoid making it look ugly when it's bending, making it a ruin in the material when it's bending. So that's always good when they get better with their materials and stuff. Rudy, why do you think they made this figure? What about it was? Do you think was anybody asking for this? What do you think was the reason behind this?
I don't know, man. Who can figure Hot Toys out sometimes? Like the other ones kind of make sense.
I didn't expect this at all.
I didn't expect the 2.0 of this one.
And if you pay attention, what Marvel line that they're doing a lot of? We got Scarlet Witch from Endgame in Artisan. Now we got this guy, Artisan.
Right.
Obviously, Black Widow is Iron Man 2, so that's different, but she's still Marvel. So as you can see, they're getting into every single line with the rooting.
Right.
And it's only going to get crazier and crazier.
How many Marvel movies do we have right now? And we're not talking about the less popular ones, right? Because I know you and Nefty were talking about Marvel,
but even
Captain Marvel. I don't think they're going to do Captain Marvel just because she was a low seller. But then again, you throw an exclusive limited batch to that.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. I don't care how much you dislike the actress. They show you some limited edition, limited run figure with rooted, and obviously she's gonna look way better. And let me tell you something. You may dislike her, you may dislike her acting, you may dislike her as a person, but when it comes to collecting, you're collecting the character, you're collecting the comic character. You're not.
And if there's an exclusive, you're gonna be naturally just gravitating towards.
Correct.
It.
So
but you're right. I think not just for Marvel, but even for Star Wars, right? This is going to open up a ton of. They've got a full catalog of Star Wars shows and movies, and Marvel right now, the TV shows, however, whether people like them or not, right? But the movies, you've got so many movies that people were really receptive to. Yeah, it's going to happen. They're going to revisit Loki's from the earlier movies, right? You're going to look at Thor's from the earlier movies, Black Widow's again.
Yeah.
Everything is game right now.
Absolutely.
At this point. That's the key.
Pedro says Artisan She-Hulk needs to happen. I have a feeling she's coming. That's also a figure that's coming eventually. The fact that they made her, sculpted first, I think was their way to play it safe. I think because of the show, they weren't expecting a lot of sales. As you can see, who really has the figure in hand right now? Nobody has that figure in hand, at least as far as I know, right? So I'd have it, just it got delayed.
That's
So,
my problem.
but I'm saying a lot of people didn't pre-order that thing. A lot of people aren't getting that thing, you know. So that's the issue right now. The issue is not a lot of people have it because not a lot of people pre-ordered it because of the show, right? So now nobody really has it. But what I'm saying is, like I tell you guys all the time, it's a brand new body, it's a brand new sculpt. They're gonna reuse that one way or another, and the next option would be when she appears in whatever movie she's supposed to come out of or wherever show she's added to, but again, she's fired, so she's done, right? So is it really going to happen at this point now? I doubt it, right? I doubt it. If she's fired, I doubt it. But can they use her head sculpt again and make a variant? Absolutely. Because
look, you got Secret Wars coming out, right? Apparently Marvel is showing up big for San Diego Comic-Con, right? The early reviews for Deadpool and Wolverine are pretty solid. Right, everybody's hyped up about the new Captain America. The Russo brothers are rumored to be coming back for Avengers 5 and Secret Wars. So you've got people that have a proven track record with Marvel at this point. Watch one of them in one of the Avengers movies, She-Hulk has an amazing action sequence. All is forgiven. Right. People are going to want that figure because they just made her cool.
Because suddenly she became a badass and she destroyed something in a cool way, and she got angry and she ripped her clothes off, and it's something that makes her look like a badass, and then
they make her look a little more comic accurate, right?
Correct.
Like the lawyer suit that's torn up, right? Because that's usually how she looks in the comics a little bit.
Correct.
They do that. People are going to buy that.
Yep, absolutely. We got SJC in the house. Welcome, my friend. Thank you for being here. Ernesto in the house. Welcome, my friend. I hadn't seen you all day. Welcome. So yeah, no, absolutely 100% correct. I'm with you on that. Also, guys, as you can see, the thickness, like I mentioned earlier, of the body, the old body. Look at the paint update, how much more gold it looks
brighter,
like.
Yep.
It's a better paint.
It's vibrant, right? And even the material, like you said, on the old blue, it was a very rubbery plastic looking color. This looks, it's an improvement. It's an improvement overall, right?
Yep. So 1 to 10.
I'll give this one. I'll go the Nefty route. I'll go a 9.5 on this one.
And now, question: where are these eyes from again?
I don't know where the blue eyes are from.
I
know the kills.
These are, but I thought they were from the movie, like when he was testing something and they turned blue, and then he said, "All right, never mind that." And then when he said, "All right, kill mode," and then they turned red. So I thought that's what it was from, but maybe not. Maybe I'm bugging out.
Now I'm embarrassed because I feel like I've watched these so many times.
Oh, I've seen this movie a bunch of times, but I think the blue eyes come from Homecoming. I don't think they come from. You know what I mean? I don't know.
But he didn't have this suit, right? Because he got the suit in.
That's what I'm saying. This was not from Homecoming, so it's just weird. That's why I asked you, because I don't remember blue eyes.
Yeah, I don't remember those either. The kill mode eyes clearly, but the other ones I don't remember.
Spidey doesn't move. Unbelievable. All right, next topic, guys. We're doing awesome. See, I told you guys we're going to be here a while because I didn't spend time with this at all yesterday whatsoever. So here we go with the battle damage Darth Vader. Rudy. So it doesn't say that it's from Obi-Wan at all. It just says Star Wars. So this could be from anything. This could be them just making a figure randomly, calling it a Star Wars figure, which is what they did. We have a DX label on it. So this is what it is. So now, how appealing is this to you after getting the Obi-Wan Darth Vader? Obviously, it's completely different. Look at this thing here. It looks like a statue, which is the whole point of it.
Right.
What do you tell us how you feel about this?
It goes back. So even as a non-Star Wars collector, it goes back to every release that Hot Toys had today or yesterday or this week felt like fire. I mean, even if you're not a Star Wars fan, this thing just looks. There's so much detail on it. It looks stunning. It looks incredible, right? And I gotta be honest, I love that they gave you that cape, the pre-molded plastic cape. That just adds that makes it look so good, like so dynamic. Even if he's like just statue. It's a statue, but you get the benefits of the 6 scale by having him posed. Correct.
Correct.
right? So you can
Didn't
move the lightsabers.
Didn't Sideshow make that that style of statue with that cape?
I remember that being a statue in Sideshow.
It did, right?
100%, 100%.
Let me look it up.
I don't know where it's from. Somebody told me this is like a combination potentially of like comics and Force Unleashed because he goes through something. And this is probably under that. Remember they teased the dark side of the Force line. This is probably what it's from. They're just doing some concept Darth Vader that looks amazing.
Here it is.
Yeah, look, it's
literally the same exact style.
It's the same style, right?
Okay.
But this looks. The detail on this is just incredible, right? The battle damage, the torn,
look at that.
It just looks stunning.
See? So they went that route with the cape. Gorgeous looking cape. So go ahead. So continue.
Yeah, no. Like, what's there not to like about this one? I don't think I have one. The only complaint, maybe the fabric cape looks a little weird,
a little cheap,
and so a little cheap. But you throw in that plastic cape that they're giving you, that's like flowing and flapping. I mean, what's there not to like about this one?
Now, well, I'm looking at the cape now, and I can tell you right now, it's the exact same cape they gave us for the Obi-Wan Darth Vader, and I can tell you because it's nice and thick right around the collar. And remember that for that one, it had to be a double cape because one side was ripped and the other one wasn't.
Right.
Remember he got slashed with the lightsaber on one side. So I think they're using the exact same cape, but look what they did to it. They battles damaged the hell out of it, so it doesn't look clean. The entire thing doesn't look clean. Now, how do you feel about look at the attachments, the metallic attachment, the robotic attachment?
I think that it looks great, man. I mean, that looks. We saw that in right at the end of Revenge of the Sith.
Yep.
When he's getting kind of put into the Vader costume, so to see everything exposed fully, I mean, again, just the detail work is phenomenal. Like that's where it's really crazy.
Let me tell you something. There is a huge possibility that we're at this level now because I can tell you this: if they made one leg, they can make the second one. So back to tank Anakin is a huge option and a huge possibility with this figure made right now. Because what makes them, or what do you think is going to stop them from making an entire body that is all burnt, as you can see here? The head sculpt is done.
Nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
The head sculpt is done. All they need to do is this is the left leg. They do a right leg out of the same exact material, and there's your body. So, like I said, this could be a power pose, right? If they decide to do a back to tank Anakin, it'll be some type of power pose diorama piece, right?
Look, they're getting into that. They're getting into that. What we got the open suit Mark 6 or Mark 7.
Yep.
Right. That's literally a diorama piece.
Yep.
Right. They just announced the Darth Maul hologram.
Yep.
Right. So Hot Toys is getting into those wacky one-offs. So could they do a back to tank power pose diorama piece? Yeah, why not?
Absolutely. And like I said, look how much they went from a full Vader to a slightly battle damaged Vader from Obi-Wan, and now look where we are.
Right.
Completely battle damage. This thing is beautiful. You guys know, for those who know, I love battle damage anything. I wish that I hadn't gotten 2 of the regular Obi-Wans now to be able to get 2 of these. I don't need 2 of these. If I'm going to, because remember, this helmet here is from Obi-Wan. So this is reused. They reused the same one. Maybe they battle damage it a little bit more.
It looks a little more battle damage. Yeah, but it's very similar. You're right.
Absolutely. They weathered it a little bit more. So again, they will always reuse everything. They're not going to make, again, very, very, very rare do they only use, the whether it's a head sculpt or an item only once. Obviously, if they can't reuse it, they won't reuse it. But if they can, you better believe they'll reuse it multiple times. So this is going to be the same exact head sculpt from Obi-Wan, as you can see, more weathered, more battle damage. So I don't need to display it this way. The head sculpt is the very first time that we got a full Hayden head sculpt. Right? We got the original actor from Sideshow. We're getting him from Hot Toys, from the upcoming Darth Vader. But we have never gotten a full Hayden burnt head sculpt. Also, we get an exclusive piece right here. This, I don't know how I feel about this. I'd rather have the entire head sculpt exposed over blocking it partly like this. I think this here looks more badass than this
Yeah, because I like that it includes the helmet portion, right? That gives it a little bit more. Just it's Darth Vader, so I like that more than the special edition. But listen, I want to get the special edition, right? You want to go
No,
all
of
in.
course, exactly. We always want to get the special edition. So now point out your favorite things about this figure. What is it that's so appealing about this figure to you?
Surprisingly, that cape is just. Look, I know it's entering statue territory, but that cape just adds so much to the figure. It makes it look that much more dramatic. And then it's just the detailing on the mechanical arms, the battle damaged. Even if you're not a Star Wars fan, right? This is something that, and I've mentioned this before, right? Sometimes you imagine, like, what are people going to be attracted to? People are going to be attracted to something like this. When they see this in your collection, it's going to draw a lot of attention because it's that good looking. It's a great piece.
Nathan, my friend, welcome.
Konnichiwa. Konnichiwa means what's up.
I didn't even see you in here. Welcome, my friend. Leo says, I would only buy a back to tank Vader and redeem Vader moving forward, and a redeemed Vader moving forward. Yeah, I think that's a potential figure. This back to tank or some type of power pose or the actual figure. The thing is, how they're going to do the water effect. What I think is going to happen is, they're going to it's going to be some type of like film to give you the water look, and then you're going to have some type of clear plastic, to put in front of a Vader figure hanging from, whatever they decide to hang them from, like the Construction Mark III diorama piece that they made. So you heard it here first. Don't sleep.
And that piece is gorgeous too. That Construction Mark III.
Construction Mark III.
Yep. I love that thing. That thing is great.
So that's why I'm telling you guys, don't put it past Hot Toys to do that, because they could do anything, and we'll do it if they get the chance to. How would you display this out of all the looks that you could get out of it? How are you planning on displaying this if you're getting it?
Oh, I'm gonna try to get him. I like that helmet. I like the fully exposed head, but I think there's something about this battle damage helmeted look that just really stands out.
This one, this broken ear.
That one. Yep. Yeah, I like the way that looks, and then it's got to be with that the cape, the fully splayed out plastic cape.
Now, question: did you get the Obi-Wan one with the exposed face?
So surprisingly, I still haven't gotten it. It's in order, but I still haven't gotten it.
Where'd you get it
from Sideshow. I still haven't gotten it. It's got delayed
God.
A bunch of
really?
times.
Still, it's been like 8 months.
Yeah, I still haven't gotten it. Everything got pushed back for me.
But this figure is like months old though, not like weeks old, months old.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
I gotta reach out to them again, or maybe. No, I don't like canceling stuff. I don't like losing out on my NRDs.
Yeah, do not cancel. Just send it to me when it's there. So how do you feel about the detail on the body? Let me show you.
It's everything. Just no. Listen, we're gonna expect some softening, but even if there's a little bit of a softening, right? There's so much there just visually that you're gonna be drawn to. This is one of the most impressive things they've done. Yeah.
Look at the skin. I love how they did the skin. I could tell you the robotic parts are awesome. Look at the attachment parts on the body.
And the cables. They did a great job with it.
Look at that. The arm. Look at this. I hadn't even noticed this. Look how they put the arms the wires into the arms.
Into the skin, into the
how
burnt
sick.
flesh.
I hadn't even noticed that. This is a great looking figure.
I'm
telling you, this is a must-have in any collection. If you like Darth Vader, if you like Star Wars, and you don't get this piece, you're a peasant.
Even if you're a casual fan, right? Correct. This is something that, this is gorgeous.
So accessories-wise, you get the beautiful base. This base is awesome, but again, it is what it is. I'm not going to use that. You get your standard hands. You get your robotic hands. And you get your wired LED lightsaber, and then your regular without the power, which is most likely what I'm going to use. One thing I did notice, guys, with the Obi-Wan Vaders, because of the figure, and also with the Grand Inquisitor and Reva, because these figures are black, right? The outfits are black. These wires you could very easily blend in with their outfits.
Yeah.
So you don't really see them if you do a nice job by blending, by tucking it in properly. Sometimes you got to remove the gauntlet and tuck it in through the gauntlet.
and then it's like tight to the suit. Yep.
Correct.
Yep.
So these are options that you have for for the wires. Now, is it going to work for every figure? I can tell you I didn't do it for Mace Windu because it wasn't going to look nice because he's all brown and then you got a black wire coming out of it. So I was like, nah. So I didn't bother with that. I'm not doing it for every figure, but the ones that that do blend in, the wire blends in too, or blends in with, that's the ones I'm using the wired, because again, I don't light them up anyway. I never use them. I never plug them in. But the Vaders I put in, I put the battery packs on. And what else? There was another one that I did it also because, again, just to have them ready. If I want to light them up, I'll light them up. But again, I didn't do it for Mace Windu just because I'm like, nah, it's not worth it. And it doesn't look nice with that black wire coming out when his whole outfit is not only is it brown, but it's light brown. It's not even the dark brown from the robe. It's a lighter brown, So I didn't want that.
Yeah, I think this is going to be like all the Sith figures are going to lend themselves to this kind of display,
And the good thing is for this announcement also is it's not going to be queued.
Right. I think it's going to be maybe because are they doing coins with this one, or is that just
Yeah, they oh wait, let me see. Not with the artisan, not with this one. Let's see.
I think the Grievous has the coins, right?
Yeah, Grievous has coins, but no, hold on. I think there's something else with coins. Because remember, there's two versions of Darth Vader, I believe.
There's a non-deluxe version,
yes,
right?
This one, non-deluxe. Let me see. Yeah, no, so it's just special edition. There's no coins.
Yeah, so the good thing is, right, this one's not gonna. We're not gonna have to queue up for this one either.
Correct. So we don't have to worry about that. So that'll be available. So thank God, because this is something that I definitely want. I don't want to have to fight anybody over, to get this. And again, like I said, I may get two. I doubt it. I don't think it's necessary. I think one is enough. But I think that this is a must-have in anybody's collection, just because of the type of piece that it is. Also, Rudy, now releases now. So we got this guy finally out shipping, or at least it's starting to ship. This was a limited, 1,500 piece announcement release by Hono. Like I said, it's already out shipping. The yellow one's been out for a few weeks now. Is this something you got into? Are you getting Hono at all, or no?
No, I'm like Mike. I'm out with Hono. I'm not even going to try to get them. There's just so much coming out from Hot Toys proper. And look, we joke about my third party, addiction, but just Hot Toys alone. I've got so much stuff on order from them, and they keep on dropping. Like, look at this. What was that? 6 figures that they just dropped, and I pretty much want all of them, and they're not going to be cheap, right? So
those figures right there are like literally about $3,000.
Right, because you're with tax and shipping, right? The Mark 42 is going to be $500, right? The artisans are going to be about $500. So it's going to be expensive. So Hono, it's just, I thought this looked good, and I like the look with the sword, but I just can't get into this line. There's just too much else out there.
And also for those who, may not know, there are always payment plans available, so you don't go crazy, so you don't stress out. Right. Sideshow has them. Also, PayPal has them. PayPal has an option called Pay in 4. You can make a payment every 2 weeks. It's not every month. It's every 2 weeks. You're responsible for the first payment when you order the item, and then you're responsible for the following 3 payments 2 weeks apart until the item is paid.
Right.
So don't ever feel like you need to, stress out over anything. There's always payment plans if it's something that you really want. And like I said, Sideshow, if you do get it from Sideshow has payment plans. The problem is if it's a figure that's coming out within the next, couple months, then your payment plan is going to be either 3 payments or 2 payments or 1 payment.
So it's like $250
correct
for a bigger piece. The only piece of advice, because everybody collects differently, but if you're able to if you do the payment plans, like I do a lot of them, but you're able to pay off your figures earlier too, especially with delays. Like if you have the final payment, instead of waiting for that final payment to hit, because like right now, think about it, next month they're going to start shipping like a ton of figures that just dropped. So even if you did payment plans, but you're on final payment, that's easily $100 per figure, and there are 7 figures, say, that you're getting. That's $700 right there that you've got to drop at once. Correct. So if I always like if I have an opportunity to pay something off early, I'll just pay it off early so I don't have to worry about it.
Inner says they'll make a comic Wolverine, but they have to charge 1,000 for it. Love the transparency. Unbelievable. So you're not getting into any Hono at all?
No, I decided they look great, but I have to.
See, very smart, very smart. And I'm going to tell you why. I was not planning on getting into it either. I don't plan on going deep with Hono at all. At all.
Right.
I bought the yellow, the original Wolverine was because it was their first figure, right? So I had to get it. I got this because it's Wolverine and it's limited, right? It's a variant. I love variants. I don't battle damage anything. That's the only reason why I got it. I told you guys I'm not getting Magneto. I'm not getting balls deep in anything Hono in the X-Men line either. Obviously, like I said, Wolverine is iconic. Wolverine's a popular character. I love Wolverine. That's the only reason why I got the two. But besides that, absolutely not getting into Hono hardcore at all. We're already getting so much from everywhere else, especially Hot Toys alone. We don't even really need third party.
And actually, what isn't there supposed to be one dropping tomorrow, or is it the 28th?
What?
There's another Wolverine that you were the one that showed me from that image.
So wait, guys. So that was another thing. So we didn't even finish getting into what's coming because this was the one thing I didn't even get into yesterday. As you can see here, guys, this is a Wolverine, okay? Right here. The silhouette here, it's another Wolverine. You see the claw
the claw marks, yep.
Right. So look at the type of hair that it's got. It looks like it could be
Artisan,
exactly.
Yep.
Exactly. So it looks like it could be Artisan with the type of hair that they're doing. I can guarantee you most likely it will be. Okay. Right. And again, if they're doing Spider-Man with short hair, even though it's, kind of long, but it's short, you better believe they're doing Wolverine. So that's what this looks like it's coming. It looks like, I don't know. I can't even really tell if he's got a shirt on or not. He looks shirtless here.
Ernesto says tomorrow. He's going to be revealed tomorrow. So that's another one right there. And I think it's going to be a variant from Deadpool and Wolverine, right?
Absolutely.
This is just the start of it. This is the start of it.
Like I said.
So that's the other reason why I'm not going to get into the Hono line, because that movie is trending. It's going to be a huge hit. It's going to be very popular. They're going to give us, Hot Toys is going to go deep into that line with all the rumored variants. And I think this is the first indication that they're going. So It's like, do I pick up that Hono even though it's cheaper, right? Or do I take, what is it, like $200 all in and apply that to, a potential Artisan or an MMS release that Hot Toys has? It's just to me that's why I can't.
How much do you think it's gonna run, this Artisan Wolverine? Obviously, we don't know what it looks like. We don't know.
Let's assume it's just an Artisan. Let's assume it's an Artisan DX, $450.
Diecast claws, yes or no?
Yeah, they've all been coming with diecast claws.
Recently, not the old ones.
Recently, not the old. The old ones were classic, but the recent ones, like the one from Days of Future Past, right? The original, not the one, the 73.
Right, the 73 is bone.
Right, the last one, the one from the Wolverine when he goes to Japan. I think those are diecast as well.
Mm-hmm.
So, but then the earlier ones, weren't. But
they were all plastic. But that's what I'm saying. Do you think diecast, if they're doing diecast, if they're doing Artisan, they're definitely going all out and doing diecast.
Oh yeah.
As well.
Oh yeah.
Why do you think that they don't promote the diecast clause? Like they never say diecast.
I think it's almost expected at this point, and it's a small component, right?
Yeah, but critical component. To justify an upcharge, they'll say, "Hey, newly developed, diecast."
But what did they do with the recent announcement for the Wolverine?
Nothing. There was no announcement of diecast.
They didn't show diecast.
Nothing. That's what I'm saying. That's what I was asking, because they have never announced that any of the claws have been diecast.
Right.
That's why I'm asking you if you think that this is going to be the first one.
Oh, no. I think it's going to be diecast because the other ones have been diecast. The recent ones, like you said.
Right.
So I think that's kind of a given. And then it's just, let's see what it is, right? I'm sure they either waited to release it so that they could have some other announcement this week. Right. Or because the movie dropped yesterday, it premiered yesterday. They wanted to give it a day or two before they dropped
the spoilers.
Small spoiler, right?
exactly. So, I didn't even know it was yesterday. I thought it was like on Friday or whatever.
Well, it's gonna premiere for everybody on Friday, but I think critics
Oh,
got the first chance to see it last night, so there are already spoilers floating around. So I'm trying to avoid those. But
Gotcha.
And look, if you
What is
watched the trailer, you saw who is it? X-23. She's back. So if she suits up, that's gonna be another figure we get right there.
That's another. That's gonna be the Supergirl of this movie. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's gonna be that type of release. Now, question, Rudy. The Wolverine. I forgot what I was gonna ask you. You had mentioned something. You just mentioned something that I was gonna go with. Oh, the X-23. So the X-23, I think it's a very important figure.
Yeah.
For them to make, it's a female Wolverine. So how are they not going to make that? You know what I mean?
Right.
Especially if she pops in the movie with his, her yellow and black suit. Forget it. You know what I mean? If she,
it's
goes up that way, it's over. So when if she shows up in the movie as well, people are going to lose their minds because she's going to pop up in some crazy scene where she's going to be fighting somebody because she's just going to pop up and have in a dialogue scene and then that's it. No, it's going to be probably some action stuff, and so I think that's going to be very exciting. But this Wolverine, like I said, don't sleep on Wolverines. Like I said from day one, variants. And as you can see, it looks like we're getting artisan Wolverine already.
Right.
Back to what we were doing. So if you had to rate this Hono Wolverine 1 to 10.
I mean, I give it a solid 8. Maybe a 7. Here's the thing. I'm comparing it to all the other Hot Toys figures that we just looked at, right? And that's unfair because it's not meant to be that. So for what it is,
you can't bring that in. You can't bring Hono into Hot Toys. Right. Absolutely not.
So for Hono, listen, for what it is, all right, let me revise that. It's a solid 9 for what it is. Solid 9. No, I like the brown. I like the sword. The sword makes this one.
Yeah.
The red sword, that's great. But yeah. Hot Toys should make her Acolyte figure too. Listen, where's TK421? He claimed for his list, Acolyte figures are coming.
Yeah, TK421. Where are you? Colonizer. The new 3.0 Mirage will be the first to incorporate magnetically controlled LED lights. It's a must. Oh, the Transformer.
Dude, 3.0 and those Transformers, I've resisted.
3.0 is amazing with those Transformers. I told you my story about the Transformers, right?
Yeah, you did. But if 3.0 does another one of those premium Optimus Primes, which I think they're gonna do, which are not the DLX, but those are the big ones.
Right.
I might have to bite and add an Optimus into the collection.
I don't think so.
I think I'd have to.
No, I don't think so. So Rudy, so we have finally released the Mark III Coca-Cola repaint figure that we got, that everybody wanted, and some people were ready to pay $6,000 for,
right?
Because it was only 20 made overseas as a giveaway, as a Coca-Cola giveaway contest thing that they were having. So here it is. Is this something that you got? Is this something that you're interested in? Are you an Iron Man collector? And how do you feel about the fact that they're doing, black chrome and gold chrome and red chrome?
It looks beautiful. Like there's no denying, right? It looks great. I like the chrome look, but when it comes to the variants that are not in the movie, it would have to be something very unique to get me there, right? And to get me to buy. And I don't think. Well, I think this is really gorgeous. I would rather have like what we just saw, the Iron Man Mark 42 battle damaged, right? I'd rather get something that we saw in the movie. So I can appreciate this for what it is. But again, how expensive was this? This was like a $400+ figure, right? So imagine that. I'd rather take that money and apply it to something from the MCU proper at this point, like an actual movie armor.
So these random one-offs, repaints don't really appeal to you at all.
No. Listen, they're always appealing, but that's just like with the Hono. I made a decision early on when they started releasing some of these. I'm not going to go for these weird variants, because they're great, but I'd rather take that money again, right? We I do have a limited budget, even though sometimes it feels like maybe I don't. Right, but
You definitely don't. You definitely don't. Okay.
no, I have a limited budget because if I bought, I can't buy everything. I wish I could. You know, I play the lotto every now and then, and
He buys everything third party though, just not everything Hot Toys, guys. You heard it here first. So question for you, Rudy. If this figure said ADD toys instead of Hot Toys, what would your wallet do?
No, stop it. Get out of here. No way. No way.
Because I feel like if it's a third party figure, you would be more.
No, but look at the third. No, let's go into that a little bit, right? Look at the third party Marvel I collect, right? It's third party side characters that Hot Toys isn't making, right? So that's a lot. Like the Khonshu, right? I just got it today, so I haven't even unboxed it yet. But Hot Toys isn't going to make that. They can listen. Doesn't mean that they can't make it because we've seen today evidence that Hot Toys can do whatever they want, right? But it doesn't look like they're going to make it. So that's where third party becomes appealing. And then you've got the one-offs for movies that nobody in their right mind is going to touch, right? That I want to have that representation from. So it's not like it's taken away from Hot Toys, right? But I just can't. You know, I can't spend $400 on this when look, Hot Toys just dropped 6 releases, and we were talking about this too because you were like, get on the queue, right? Get on the queue for all of these because there's somebody that's going to want it, and we can, right? We do want to help our fellow collectors and people in the community out, right? So I'm going to jump on all of them to see if I can get them for that reason, right? I'm not going to mark anything up if I get one. It's going to be who didn't get one. Here it is, get it. But for these that dropped with this wave. I went from I'm only going to get 3 to I'm maybe going to get 4 to I kind of want all of them, which is a problem, you know?
Well, the reason why I sent you that voicemail earlier was because for those who don't know, Rudy had said, I don't think I'm going to go for any of them. So I said, Rudy, I said, go for them. I said, always go for them. Even if you don't want them, go for them. Somebody will take them off your hands. And then he goes, I think I want them all. I said, Rudy, don't you ruin my stuff because obviously he's my backup. If I don't get them, William is my backup if I don't get them. So I'm like, yo, you better go. And now he's like, I think I want them too. So I'm like,
look, I'll get you the what is it? The Imposter Joker. That one I don't need. So I'll get on the queue for you for that one. And what's the other?
I need everything.
The other guy.
I need everything. So now, Rudy, do you think we're done with these paint applications? So remember the Mark 7, the D100 Mark 7 came with the exact same paint application, but it wasn't chrome. It was just a regular, matte metallic. Then we have the black and gold that just came out also that hasn't shipped yet. I think it should be shipping soon as well. Now we got this bad boy. Do you think this is going to continue or do you think very soon are they going to do something completely different like like they did Neon Tech? So now we got Neon Tech, now we got this gold chrome, this different type of chrome paint. Do you think we're getting something different next or we're going to continue this cycle?
I think they might do a couple more chrome ones, right? Some of the other suits. I think a couple and then they'll switch over, right?
I think a Mark 5 is coming soon.
Yeah.
Because they have, you know how many Mark 5s they have out right now?
Right.
Remember they had the suit up one, they had literally 2 diecast ones, they had the plastic one, so they can.
And I'm still waiting for the suit up, Tony Stark in the race suit to go on.
That's what I'm talking
discount
about.
Yeah, I don't have that one, but I'm just waiting to try to get a deal on Sideshow and use some points to get that one at like a steal.
Well, if you're interested, I have one brand new sealed in my home. If you want to get rid of any of your brand new sealed one of one collectibles that you buy. So no, but I really do though. I have one brand new sealed if you want.
I might reach out to you then.
Yeah. So just remember 500 plus tax. So then all right. So also last but not least, guys. Last but not least. Okay. We got this beauty here. Okay. But again, for those who just came in, for those who haven't been here the entire time, this is what's happening to InArt probably from the moment they were born.
Why, you little... I touch you!
It's all just an act.
Stop! Stop! He's already dead.
He's already dead. So Inert is dead, guys. Inert is gone. But here we are talking about this peasant company. Hot Toys just announced 6 figures. Here is Peasant with 1 after 3 years. So we're going to go over it very quickly. The figure doesn't look bad at all. I don't mind the figure. I don't mind the outfit. The head sculpt is not looking great to me at all. As you can see, the accessories are very basic. There's nothing special about any of this. Nothing fancy. Nothing that is going to be worth the $500 that they want for this. Do you know the price for this?
No, not yet. Not yet. It's supposed to go out, I think, on Friday.
I can guarantee you it's going to be some ridiculous, stupid price, 400 plus, guaranteed.
The only good thing is I think this is a global license for them too. So, like Nefty brought up, you're going to be able to get it direct from them. So that's
right. So
added.
Is that going to make it cheaper? No.
Well, your shipping goes a little down because I remember the Paul Atreides I ended up getting a little bit cheaper than I think if it had gone through 1/6 Kid or any of the other distributors at that point. So, listen, it's still going to be way too expensive for what it is, right?
Correct.
So
exactly. And another thing, pay attention to these pictures, guys. There is absolutely no articulation to any of these images whatsoever. So if Michael Jackson they don't even pose him, right? How he's supposed to be dancing or anything like that. Look at this. So you got power pose, museum. You got neck turned, power pose, museum, turn around, slight look, turned, arms behind the back. So where's the feet? Where's the legs? See, this is the most dynamic pose right here. Are you kidding me?
But you know what? And where Jay? I know Jay is in the chat. I mean, how is the posability for you, Jay, on the Gandalf? Like, because listen, not to give Inart a pass, but I'm just also wondering if like Hot Toys knows how to pose their figures for their promo shots, right?
Right.
Like they're super dynamic. They kind of show you the range of what the figures can do.
Right.
The feeling I've always had with the Inart promo picks, it's almost like they're so dependent on that Queen Studios thing. And J&T did the same thing with their figures, right? They didn't really pose them up at all. They kind of just show them in this static pose, just like it were a statue. So I don't know if that's that the figure's not posable at all. It's more that I think they're kind of just limited, or they want to give you this clean set of promo shots. And I think that's where, as 6-scale collectors, right, you want a figure that's posable, right, and you want to see range of motion. That's the selling. That's where I think you want to see these companies. If you want to jump in, correct. It's the same thing we keep saying about Jazz Inc. We want to see a prototype that's posed up that shows what the figure can do.
Correct. And as you can see, none of that is happening here.
Right.
Bob says Inner just completely demoralized at this point. Is just completely demoralized. Yeah, I mean, what I'm still waiting for is what happened to all the YouTubers talking about this was the Hot Toys killer and the Hot Toys days were numbered and Hot Toys was going to be gone soon. And where are all those people now? What happened? What happened to all of them? I don't see them talking about Inart at this moment. But who are they talking about? They've been talking about Inart. I mean, the Hot Toys.
Now they're talking about Hot Toys, yeah.
Right, exactly. So this is what I mean. The lies that they shove down your throat and you guys eat them all day long.
Right.
So that's my point. Stop listening to garbage. Stop listening to people who lie to you. Stop listening to the bullshit because it's not true. Hot Toys is king, will over be king. Again, and I will say it again, it doesn't mean that no other company in the world can make a better product. It doesn't mean that. As of right now, there hasn't been a company that has been able to keep up with Hot Toys, period, in any way, shape, or form. When it comes to factories, when it comes to production, when it comes to amount of product, when it comes to licenses, when it comes to everything. Merch, everything. So
yeah, look at what just happened today. Look at this week. How many announcements was that? Last week we got 3 that, yeah, people were kind of a little ambivalent about, right? But that Joker people still liked. And all of a sudden it's 6 figures announced in one day.
We got
with promo shots.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Right, and then we got one that's teased as well.
And
For
then
1
9,
week, it's
right.
like so
9 and then
9
plus 3.
right, 9 drops plus 3 before. It's like nobody else is doing this right now. And that's the thing, right? Because you and I have talked about in art like ad nauseum at this point, right? To no end. And it's like you can like in art. And you said the same thing. You can like in art products and you can like what they're doing.
Of course.
But you have to accept that in art is they've got to do their own little thing and they're just not competition for Hot Toys.
They're
and
not
I think
at all. At all.
And I think today we saw that Joker figure is a flex in so many ways, right? It's a beautiful looking figure, and it's Hot Toys showing we can do, if we want a license, we're going to be able to do it.
Correct.
And nothing's stopping us.
Correct. Now, 1 to 10, if you had to rate this, if before you place your order, how do you think this looks?
No order for me on this one. I don't get the musicians or the real people. It's probably like an
you
8.
don't get Michael Jackson. You said, don't be racist on the show. Just tell us why.
No Diddy. I don't get Diddy. I don't get Diddy. People,
I don't get Diddy. So wait, you being an in-art collector, what is wrong with this figure?
Oh no, there's nothing wrong. I just don't. I personally don't collect like musicians.
Oh.
They're not. That's not something I need to have.
So racism is what you're saying. I gotcha. Imagine.
Listen. If they had given me a totally rooted Nick Fury, with just the goatee,
yeah, but
I'd get that.
That's a little extreme, though. A Nick Fury.
I'm just saying. I'm just joking.
That's not right. That's not right.
Also, what do you mean that's not right.
Also, guys, we got a little. Since you guys always think I talk only positives about Hot Toys and Hot Toys, even though they'll always be king, even though the mistakes they make, and which happens every so often, which is, again, it's okay because it's a company and things happen. I can tell you their mistakes happen a lot less than in art. They happen a lot less than any other company out there, but they do happen. So here we have some complaints about the Hot Toys 89 Batmobile. It says, anyone have a huge gap issue with the canopy of their Batmobile? So as you can see, there's a gap here. It's not on this side, but it's on this side. And then somebody says, mine comes with a bad light. So has anybody ordered the 89 Batmobile by Hot Toys? And does anybody have this issue? Just to see if it's something that's happening to a lot of people, or is this just one
like a
instance?
one-off.
Yeah, like a one instance, like the only one, the only instance that it happened with. Let me know what you guys to this day I still figure out a lobster in my hand. Yes, was alive. I will eventually wait for Hot Toys Michael Jackson. Yeah, I don't think they're gonna be making Michael Jacksons. It's been years since they made one. I'm still missing like 3 of them. I didn't even bother going back for them because they don't look great at all. I do have Billie Jean and I do have 2 Thriller figures, right? I bought the extra body for that second Thriller figure. So that's all I have of Michael Jackson. But I don't think, if Hot Toys makes it, obviously I'll get it. But I'm not, I'm not like, oh, I hope they make one. I don't really care for, and I do buy musicians. I bought the
Kurt Cobain, right? You got
Kurt
that
Cobain.
one.
I bought the Kurt Cobain. That figure is perfect. I have Elvis by Enterbay. I have what was the other Blitzway figure? Jimi Hendrix. I have John Lennon. I have a bunch of musicians, and I love those figures. It's just I'd rather Hot Toys never make them again than me having to buy them again, and just take up more room with musicians when I could use it for Marvel, DC, Star Wars, anything like that. Rudy gets PTSD with this figure. All right. Looks about 8 inches small.
Well, that's what right, Jazz Inc. is saying that the Batmobile is the Hot Toys one is short. So that's why if you look at the pictures where they're comparing the two, theirs is much, much larger actually. It's a pretty significant change.
Albert says, I just got mine but haven't opened it. I guess I need to. Yeah, you better check it.
Yeah, you got to check this stuff, man. Don't I check everything. There's a couple things that I didn't check and then I regretted it completely.
Joker J says Hot Toys and they're scaling again. He knows. He knows.
He knows what it's about.
Honestly, that is the Batmobile's AC vent. Unbelievable. I just pre-ordered one. If it comes messed up, of a farting box, sending it back for another. So it looks like nobody collects in this chat. That's weird. We're here with the Hot Toys veteran and the third-party peasant, and nobody collects in this chat. Only one peasant here ordered it. That's it. Nobody else ordered the vehicle. Unreal. You non-collectors. All right, Rudy. So let me just make sure I don't have anything left. And then I wanted to get your opinion on this. So we have a comment here. It says, just a thought. If this is an indication that WB has changed their mandate about the Joker license, wouldn't it be in Inart's best interest to do a product relaunch, canceling existing pre-orders since the sales are seemingly low? And most people only want the red suited figure at the lowest price possible. They can sell them all on their own, and they'd sell a lot more. By the way, Inart, please replace my defective Batman. Thanks. So what do you think of this?
I don't know, man. I don't know how that works because people have already committed to buying it.
Remember that a lot of people who were buying it, who pre-ordered it, only wanted one or two of
right. They just wanted those two. Yeah. Nobody.
Right. So my point is, these people are hoping, they're spending all this money on this 4-pack, hoping that if they're keeping two, that they're making that half of the money back, by selling the other two.
Sell the others. Right.
They're going to get stuck with these 4 figures now that Hot Toys is announcing. Why? Like we mentioned earlier, they're just announcing the red one. But who's to say that in a month, 2 months, 3 months, they can't announce the other one. And then 3 months, 4 months after that, the other one. So that's what I mean, So
listen, there are all these shows that they go to, right? Every time there's a show, like, in the winter now or in the fall,
right,
another exclusive right now, another convention, another Joaquin Phoenix Joker exclusive for a convention, right? Limited. I don't know. I think I am very curious what Inart's going to do about this because, look, you're going to have those loyalists, like you said, people that are basically all about the company that are just going to keep that and say, no, I want it all 4. But then you're going to have those people that I think are going to have some buyer's remorse at this point, especially knowing there's another one. So I have no idea how this is going to play out for them. And again, I'm telling you, I'm very curious to see when John does the rounds again with his streams, when he goes on a stream, what his answer is going to be to this, because he's been adamant about it. And look, he's a salesman, right? So he, like you always caution, don't always take them at their word, but that's literally all you've had. His statement, it needed to be minimum $1,000. And now it's like, well, what happened? Because either way, it's not great for them, right? Either way, it's like, one, you lied to the community, right? And it wasn't that, and you just basically set the price that high. Or 2, Hot Toys came in and was able to negotiate something completely different, which still makes them look like the veterans that they are, that they're able to come up with a great deal that allows them to do something that Inart wasn't able to do. So either way, I don't think it's a great moment for Inart right now. And I'm curious what the explanation is going to be, because I would ask that question in a heartbeat. That would be the first question. If they even go on another stream at this point, who knows? Right now, no, they will. You better believe they will. And you better believe any YouTuber will accept them, because that's the game, right? You got to sell the bootleg, the garbage, so you could benefit from the views and all that stuff. So he'll be on tour very, very soon. My question to you is this. How do you feel about being on the stream of the only person that has called them out from day one, letting them know that they're scum, that they're liars, that they're crap? How does that make you feel that, that you are now part of history in a good way? I'm good, man. That's good, right? We're peasants to the best king over here. That's correct. Lord. I will be a peasant for Hot Toys till the day I die. I don't care what anybody says. I don't care what company comes out. I don't care
how many people try to shove any other company down anybody's throat. Hot Toys is king, will always be king, and that's that.
Yeah.
And last but not least, shout out to Bobo. We are getting some bow action. So it looks like.
Oh, is this set up already at wait, what's this from?
Yep. So we got Dog Pool, right? I forget the name. What was it? Becky?
Right. So that's the exclusive. It's a baby.
So right. So we got the Dog Pool. We got the exclusive base. We got baby Deadpool. I guess it looks like it is. I don't know. I guess that's part of the movie. And we got the flying head that we got with the sideshow one as well. And we got this from Zombie Deadpool as well. This head right here, the spinning skull with the.
So that's gonna be the alternate head. I'm telling you now. Then we're gonna get a battle damaged Deadpool with the
head sculpt,
the Ryan Reynolds sculpt. That's how we're gonna get the Ryan Reynolds sculpt.
I believe it. I believe it. Like I said, we're gonna get his head sculpt one way or another. We're gonna get variants, a bunch of variants at that. We saw that in what actually I pulled up one of the pictures. There were variants in there already.
Right.
If I can find it real quickly, so I can pull it up. Let me see. I think it's this one. Yep, this is it. So here you go. Here's one variant here, one variant here, one variant here. Right. Then we got Lady Deadpool. She's here. You're gonna tell me Hot Toys is not making her? Of course they are. So
look at that. Look at that.
So
yeah, SH Figure Arts. Just I'm looking. They just dropped a couple of pictures of the Deadpool, and they've got that one, the zombie head with a little propeller blade. That's gonna be their exclusive too.
Yep. So let me go back. Back.
That is a great picture. That's a great scoop right there.
Yep. So as you can see, it looks like you guys are saying, dude, thanks, Bobo. Kid Pool.
Yeah.
Kid Pool. Head,
and then the flying head. Yep, head pool. It's just the flying head.
Oh, so yeah, so head pool and baby pool.
Yeah, so you can see the clear stand. He's gonna be attached to the back.
Yep,
right. That's gonna be sick, man.
Yep. So again, this is not gonna be your only one. We're gonna get multiple Deadpools. Yep. So don't go crazy buying multiples like me. Don't be a peasant. I'll be the only one buying doubles. But I was looking at, like I don't know, for those who don't know, I have 2 original Deadpools. I have 2 Deadpool 2. I have one of the dusty versions Deadpool with the gray one. So I like, obviously, as you guys know, I like getting doubles, for different looks usually. So I can guarantee you I won't be getting doubles of the same one, but I'll be getting multiples of a specific version. I can guarantee you that already, because they're only going to get better and better and better. They're going to get more different and more different as they get announced. So how do you feel about this, Rudy? Exciting for you?
That's cool. Oh yeah, listen, I'm waiting for that figure to drop too for pre-order, since it hasn't dropped yet.
Right.
So that was going to be a day one. I'm excited for the movie, right? I'm excited for the figure, and seeing this just makes it even better, right? I was already excited. I didn't need to have the head pool or kid pool. Right. Just having those are it's like icing on top.
And obviously this tells us that this is going to be in the movie one way or another. It's going to be in the movie. So now you got to wonder, how do they appear in the movie? You know what I mean?
Right.
So that's what's going to make it exciting to go see the movie. And so there you have it, guys. We did a whole 3 hours. Like I said, 1 hour was not enough last night. Yesterday when I had to go to work. Right. So I knew we were going to take our time with this. Rudy, are you expecting anything? Are you getting anything anytime soon? Did you pre-order anything recently?
So I got Khonshu, the third party that you reviewed. I just got that today. And then Thursday I'm supposed to get Black Panther, the Shuri Black Panther, and I got the Thor.
My Shuri's charging tomorrow.
Yeah, from Sideshow?
From Sideshow.
Yeah, they finally got her in. Like, right. I paid mine off sometime last week, and she finally shipped, so she's coming in on Thursday.
Oh no, mine. Let me just show you right now. So mine, I will tell you what's charging. My 501st Legion is charging. My Black Panther's charging, and there is something else that is coming as well. What the hell was it? There was 2 things that are shipping
I'm trying to think.
from Sideshow. Oh my God, what was it? Let me find the emails.
And then let's see. While you look that up, what else do I have?
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out because, like I said, I got the note. The Mark 6 2.0 is delayed. Oh, Black Panther is arriving soon. I got that.
Yeah, I got mine Thursday.
Oh, no, that's not it. What the hell? No, it's saying the Mark 6 tracking. I got my gold already, so that's gone. Yeah, no, it was something. It was 2 figures that are coming, and I can't remember what the other one was. So I know Black Panther's one of them. I don't remember what the other one is.
And then what do I got? Oh, and I got Spock from Exo 6.
Spock.
I know. So Spock from the new show, and then my favorite one, the Kevin Costner figure from Dances with Wolves from DID Core.
Yeah.
So that one shipped.
Guys, he's a big fan of Dances with Wolves. And then for
it's a great movie, man. Don't knock it. Don't knock it. Have you watched it?
I have absolutely not. I have what do you call it? I'd rather watch Ghost better. Oh my God.
Get out of here.
I have my 2 clone gold chrome troopers, gold chrome clones. I have them right here. I'm also expecting what other figure am I expecting? Something it was supposed to come. Oh, I think my Cody. Something shipped from Sideshow. Supposed to be here tomorrow. I'll tell you what. Yeah, it's tomorrow, but it doesn't tell me what it is. Track your path.
Next month is gonna be bad for me because everything is gonna ship from Sideshow. It's gonna be the Mark 6 with the gantry,
right?
The 2 Avatar figures.
Oh,
it's
that's
gonna be Kang. She-Hulk is supposed to finally ship. A Mantis. It's gonna be bad. It's
gonna get crazy. It's gonna get crazy, and it's not even like it's gonna be little pieces. It's a lot of big pieces. Remember?
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, those Avatar figures and that gantry.
The gantry. No,
my wife. Oh my God, my wife is gonna be like so pissed at me.
She-Hulk is gonna be a big box too. You know, She-Hulk is not gonna be a tiny box.
I'm telling you, my wife is gonna see them all coming in, and they're all gonna come in at once. It's gonna be like, but I'm just gonna be like. I'm gonna be like Inner. I'm gonna have to explain myself.
And I'm gonna be like, hey, where's Rudy?
Oh, you little I got you.
It's all just an act.
Stop! He's already dead.
That's such a great clip.
That's gonna be me. Stop! He's already dead. Oh man! All right, guys. As always, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.